All right, we're live.
All right, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Bobby W223 here. Haven't made a video in about 5 trillion years, but I got some of my folks with me. Eric Cuts for the win,
What's going on, everybody?
and Crunk Girl 711,
What's going on, everybody?
and one more person should be joining momentarily, but he's black, so he's got to be late. We're already running late. But basically, I just kind of wanted to go over PSX and kind of everybody's opinions over the whole show because I know how it is watching it at home. It's one thing being at home and watching E3 or PSX or any of those things versus being there. And this is my first time ever coming to a gaming convention, so it's kind of cool to see the difference between actually being at a place like PSX versus watching at home. Because I know a lot of people were disappointed with the conference, which we'll get into that. But I think the PSX experience overall was cool. So I just kind of wanted to get everybody's opinions, like pros and cons, and we'll just kind of go into other stuff. But I guess Erica, if you can start off if you want.
We're starting with the conference.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, you already know. I was a little bit disappointed. The pacing I felt was off. It started real strong, and then it just kind of went downhill. It was kind of like a roller coaster in ways, but it was a slow roller coaster. It had its highlights, but I just felt like the pacing could have been a lot better. And something else that kind of bothered me was that, because I like indie games. I'm not against them or anything like that. And there were some really, really good indie games that I played on the floor. And I was wondering and scratching my head, like, why didn't they show these during the conference? They didn't even talk about the games that I really enjoyed. So I felt like there's just a lot of balls that they dropped, and it could have been better. I feel like, yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
No, Julius, or if Crunk just left. But
I didn't
basically,
leave. I didn't
Oh,
leave.
she's
oh,
here.
oh, I thought
Yeah, I was waiting for Erica to finish. I didn't want to
I
talk
put you to
over you.
sleep or what?
No, no,
My
no,
bad.
no, no. I didn't want to talk over you. You know how I
Go
be.
for it.
you know, yeah, go ahead.
Uh, for me, it was a little underwhelming. A little. It was. I gave the show a 7 out of 10 because I didn't see Sony Ben's game. Like this was their. This could have been their chance to actually be the forefront. You know what I'm saying, for the first party games, because we haven't heard from Sony Ben in God knows how long.
Yeah.
I think what was the last game they made? Like what
The Uncharted.
yeah,
They did Uncharted.
Uncharted Abyss, like in AAA wise, they haven't made a game in years. So I know they're working on something. So I thought for sure PSX was gonna be like the place where Sony Ben is gonna be by themselves and they're, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna make a splash, but that didn't happen. And I think Sean Layden, I think that's his name, he
Mm.
pissed me off with that damn Crash Bandicoot shirt.
Right, man. I was getting hyped. I'm like, oh snap, because he was like, oh, if we started off like this, could you guys imagine what we have in store for the rest of the conference? And this dude's got a Crash Bandicoot shirt on. I'm like, okay, they about to really, do something. But no.
Yeah, that kind of pissed me off a little bit because I was still hyped, and then I had to, you know how when you like realize something, I'm like, you know what, that kind of pissed me off a little bit because he
Mm.
wore that Crash shirt, and we know they're starting to get buddy buddy with Activision, like we
Right.
know this. So I'm like, don't play with my emotions like that.
Yeah, man. That's like the Mario of PlayStation right there. You can't be.
Yeah, like if you gonna wear, don't be like Phil Spencer. Like be yourself. Like don't try to be like Phil Spencer. Because I mean, Phil Spencer did that. You know, he wore what shirt was that?
Battletoads.
Battletoads, right? And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
they
he wore Battletoads shirt.
yeah, and they eventually had an announcement for that because
Exactly.
it actually happened. So
Eventually, but I mean, like, come on, if you gonna wear it, you gotta show it. Like,
Yeah, you can't be messing with people.
yeah,
That's like before Nintendo announced Star Fox for the Wii U. That would have been like them having a Star Fox, high def, Wii U T-shirt on, but then they don't say nothing. It's like, come on, man.
the high def shirt.
yeah, like, oh,
Got
what
the
if
HD, man. That Wii.
like
Yeah,
if I Iwata would have had a shirt on with Star Fox on it and didn't say nothing about Star
Yeah, people
Fox,
have been heated.
yeah,
oh
they'd
yeah,
they'd have
definitely.
been
Or
mad.
it's like, or it was
Yeah,
like Metroid, or one of those kind of like Metroid or something. It's like, come on, man.
Mm.
yeah, like that kind of made me mad. But in some of the VR games, were cool, but some of them I was like,
all the ones I played were dope.
okay. But I mean, for me, I leave my judgment until I play VR because my friends are like OD. They talking about buying 2 or 3 of those suckers. So they played like They played Ease Valkyrie and my homegirl Timberly. She played I think was it The Kitchen, and she played. They played all the VR games from 12 to 6. Like they played all of them.
That's
Yeah,
my main focus.
They RSVP for him because they was like, I want to see what VR is about. And I salute them for that. I mean, if it's something you aren't sure about, you got to try them out before you can completely judge them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And from what they're telling me, VR wise, it's an experience that you can't show on stage. You gotta put the headset on it and actually
you gotta experience it for yourself.
Yeah. The only game I can say like I like about VR, like that I actually saw, was Riggs. Riggs looks.
I wish that's the one game I wanted to play, man.
Poor Bobby got shut out. Tell him your story. What happened?
What?
About Riggs.
You got cut off. You got cut off.
No, it happened to me both days, but that second day, it was the last, half an hour to an hour, and they're like, okay, we're trying to get everybody in, blah, blah, blah. And the dude starts counting everybody, and then it was me, and then there was this girl in front of me, and he cut it off in front of her, so I was the second person basically in line to get cut off. He's like, everybody from this point back pretty much can't get in. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, this is the one game, was Riggs I wanted to play. Had tried the first day, and basically everybody who had an appointment was just getting in, so I said, forget it. Came back second day, went there right at when they started the second day. Same thing. It was just too many people. Came back middle of the day, couldn't get in. Tried at the very end. They're like, okay, yeah, we're gonna get everybody in. Blah blah blah. And then he cut it off, right before me. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's like a screen where you can kind of see people playing it. But
I was looking.
Like that game looks super dope, and I wish they would have showed that more at the conference.
Yeah, they could have.
That's what I'm saying.
They should have showed that more.
I guess not. I don't know if you want to call it like a system seller because it's not a console, but that's like the main seller, I would assume, for it. It's kind of like the Uncharted for VR, basically, is what I was saying.
Right. Yeah, I'm like, why they didn't, they could have showed Tekken 7, because actually if I'm not mistaken, they just had the King of, what was it? The King of something. They had just had a tournament.
Oh yeah, the King of Fighters 13 or whatever.
Yeah, they just had a tournament, and they just showed Akuma. Why they didn't show that at the conference?
That's my boy.
No, not Akuma, but like the actual game or something like that. Something that people kind of can.
Yeah, get hyped over.
Just to get behind. Get hyped.
Like Job Simulator.
I know, that's the thing. They chose to show that.
And that
they
one
don't show Riggs. That's
that one
crazy.
zombie taxi game looked kind of like it was funny, but I was like, okay. I mean,
they could have showed.
They were joking.
Yeah, they could have.
No, I knew they weren't joking. I saw it. I'm like,
serious games at the.
Go ahead, Bubby. What was that?
No, I'm saying they could have left those games, for the floor and showed more serious games at the show, like something that had more flair to it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they could have. Like, we already know Tekken 7 is going to be playable on the actual VR, so I'm like, why didn't show it? What else did, it's the taxi game. I'm like, okay. But my highlights, Final Fantasy, Bobby said it the day before. He was like, I think they're gonna show gameplay.
Yeah, man.
And me and Kev were like, oh, they ain't gonna show no gameplay. It's too early. No, and they freaking showed gameplay, and it was rocking in there. You could probably hear that shit outside.
The crowd went wild.
But now we know why we saw gameplay. That episodic bull jive. So I'm guessing that's how come they've gotten so far in development.
We can, if we want, we can say that for the end.
We can.
We're gonna get into that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I know why we got gameplay so early.
Yeah, you were sitting right next to me. I was going in when they showed that at the conference.
Yeah, Bobby was screaming in there because when we
Was
first
that was
saw
you,
it,
Bobby?
yeah, that was Bobby in there screaming like hell. Like
I
he was
heard
like
him
Uh-huh.
he
scream.
was like, I told you, I told you, I told you, I told you. He was like, this Final
Hey,
Fantasy. Yeah, I knew they was gonna show it because when they put Final Fantasy on the screen, I'm like, are they gonna show gameplay? I know they ain't gonna
yeah.
show gameplay.
Because it
And
was
then
weird because they showed the people's reactions from last year. I'm like, why are they just showing this again unless they're gonna show something new? And then they kept going. I'm like, oh shit, they're about to do it. I'm like, yo,
Um, and I think my biggest like out of everything they showed that I was just like extremely excited for was Nino Kuni
yep.
2. I was in that joint screaming. I was like, I don't care how the rest of this mother I don't care how the rest of this shows goes. I don't care what nobody say. Everything is irrelevant. Even Final Fantasy, that shit is irrelevant.
Yeah, I'm
Nino
happy
Kuni
they showed
2,
Nino Cooney.
because I played Nino Kuni the first one. I actually got game. Because I haven't beat it yet. Because it was just such a long ass like JRPG. That game is long as shit, and it came out at a weird ass time. It came out at the beginning of the year, but 2013 was full of so many great games. I just could never get back to it. But when that game was shown, I was screaming like hell, like screaming. Like I got a video on my Facebook. I need to put it in a video alone, like me screaming. And then when they put Nino, like when Nino, I knew what the game was when they showed it. And then at the end of the trailer, they showed Nino Kuni 2. I was just in there like, yeah, yeah, like that shit was crazy. But keynote wise, I give it a 7 out of 10. But everything else is irrelevant. Nino Kuni 2 needs to be. I'm happy.
Hey,
I'm
even,
happy.
even
I'm
Uncharted,
happy.
It's all
even
your
I'm
Uncharted,
fault.
happy.
You jinxed it.
even
Hey,
Uncharted 4 is relevant. Dang,
and
Damn.
that shit is
he
relevant, man.
said forget
Because
Uncharted, Final
if
Fantasy,
that
all of
shit
it.
comes out in 2016, that and Persona 5, I'm gonna be a
Oh
happy
man.
person.
I
I'm
honestly,
gonna be a
I
happy
think level
PlayStation gamer.
5 is becoming like the new Square for like this generation. You know what I mean? Like with the
They
games that
make
they
great,
have,
they
they
make, they make
yeah,
great games, man. But they're just so people just don't know about them.
exactly. They don't have the name of a Square or somebody like that. Yeah, that's the only thing.
Cause Nino Kuni was highly rated. Like that was a good ass game.
You know what it was another good game that they showed was Neo. Do you guys remember that one?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
Neo was.
That game looks pretty cool. I was down with that.
Yeah, Neo looks kind of like Omnimusha and Tenchu.
Hmm.
yeah, or like Dark Souls mixed with Omnimusha or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I thought of it. I was
A
like, yeah,
lot of people
like
forgot about that game. I heard a lot of people didn't even mention that game. I was like, that game looked dope.
yeah, I thought
Some people don't even mention it when they talk about the conference.
I thought that looked dope. What do you guys think about the whole conversation stuff with Uncharted? How you can pick, what you're gonna say at certain points. Do you think that they're gonna go really deep with that, or that's just gonna maybe be a few sections here and there, or how do you think they're gonna?
I think it's just gonna be a few sections. I don't think it's gonna be extremely deep, but we may be wrong. Never know. I mean, we got to realize that Amy's not there anymore, and this is another team's game. So they're gonna
mhm.
add in their spin, and I just can't wait to see what new things they add and how they're gonna affect the game. Because we already know what Uncharted is about, but
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying, with them taking their time and actually changing the game into what they actually want it to be, I think this is Nathan Drake's last hurrah. So I want to see how they want it to end.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about the choice and dialogue and all that? I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder like how deep they're gonna go with that, because um, like Crunk, like you're saying, this is supposed to be the last one, so they might as well go all out. Maybe give us a couple different endings, maybe even, or
Hmm.
like something. Because otherwise, I don't see the point of, maybe let's say they only have this option for 4 segments in the whole game, and it doesn't really affect anything. It's like
Yeah.
that's kind of neat, but at the same time, it's like, what's the point? Like, oh yeah, I went on this adventure and then this happened, or I went on this adventure, and it's like, okay. So
Yeah,
basically, you're
I'm
gonna just
kind of
take.
worried. I'm kind of worried that's gonna happen.
Yeah, because that's kind of
Uh-huh.
corny. Like, oh, I found this one treasure in Uncharted 2, and that's what happened. Or hey, I picked the Uncharted 3 option, and it's like okay.
It's just gonna tell like a little bit of story, but it's not really gonna shape the game like any differently, like an RPG or something. You know how when you select a certain choice or something, I don't think it's gonna go that deep. That'd be awesome,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I
I
mean it's
think
Uncharted though. We have to remember it's not an
yeah.
RPG.
I'm
Whoa.
yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, who is this person anyways? I was like,
This is this is your call. I don't know.
I don't know.
We gotta mute him though. God damn.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. That was different.
I
But
was trying
Yeah.
to see like if Kevin was one of these people, and they
No, he's
weren't.
not. No,
no, it
no.
should be saying night is
Okay.
Yo, that
yeah.
shit hurt my ears though.
Yeah.
I'm glad I had my volume down. Holy
Oh
crap.
man. Me and Crunk, we got headphones on, so but
Yeah, same here.
oh yeah,
God,
my
my
volume's
shit,
all the way up.
my volume's up. So
Yeah.
damn. But
Anyway.
with Uncharted, I don't know how deep they're gonna go with them, but it's cool they're adding it in. But it's gotta. My thing, it has to do something other than just dialogue.
Yeah, it has to have a point to it,
Yeah, it has to have some kind of point to it. I think it may have a point to it because if I'm not mistaken, the choices that they had on screen was like Uncharted. Where did he start from? Uncharted 1, 2, or 3?
Exactly.
So I kind of want to know if I choose 3 instead of 1, if it will change anything.
Yeah, that's the question. How deep that goes. You know, how much you can change it.
That was
I don't
kind of
know.
weird. They showed that though. The scene that they actually showed was weird because we're so used to seeing Nathan like killing up shit and,
Blowing
and,
up
and
stuff.
yeah, and he sentimental and talking to his brother. I was like, that's kind of weird and
He's
different.
working in some office stamping stuff or whatever he was doing. I'm like, dang.
Yeah, like it was a weird way to open up the show, but I think it was a good thing because it shows that uh Nathan has kind of grown up and he's been like married and chilling for a while. He hasn't
Hmm.
been doing nothing from what it seems like. He's been trying to live a regular life.
And married to Elena too.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's married to Elena, so I'm thinking, okay, is this how the story is going to start up, and then something's going to happen to where he's got to get back?
hmm
Like I'm wondering like what his brother brings to the table as well. Because now we see that he thought he was dead and he got shot and all that stuff. So it's kind of filling in some of the pieces.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I can't wait. It seems like his
Oh yeah.
brother's gonna bring him into some kind of trouble that he's
Oh
gotten
yeah.
into. He's gonna
That,
need his help.
Mhm.
You know, kind of like a Gone in 60 Seconds kind of story. That's how I
Yeah,
kind of thought of it.
yeah. It's kind of like, oh, you've been gone this long, and now all of a sudden you want to pop up. Something ain't right.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but they're family, so
Hard
it's
to
like
do,
he's got to do his brotherly duty, you know, and he's got to help him out. So it's gonna
And
be
Elena
interesting.
is not gonna like that
Oh
one bit.
no.
oh no, you saw that in the one cut at the end of what was it from E3 or whatever? She was like, oh, I thought you were just going for a walk or whatever. I can't remember what she said, but she could tell she was pissed.
She wants her hubby
So
home.
yeah, I bet you at the end they're either going to say that she's pregnant or somewhere like throughout the game we'll probably find out
Maybe.
that she's pregnant or something because it's been whatever how many years since 3. And I mean I don't know when they got married exactly, but I bet you because that's probably why she's so mad. On top of the fact that they're married and stuff.
They're gonna have a dialogue selection. You gotta pick the kid's name
Hey, exactly.
at the end.
They'll end off that way, so then technically they can say that they ended Uncharted, but then at the same time they could be like, oh, now it's gonna be about his son or daughter or whatever, and plays. That'd be crazy.
Sure. Um, as far as the conference, though, I mean, is there anything else we could really touch up on
I mean,
as far as highlights?
the main highlights for me was the Final Fantasy gameplay, Uncharted, Nino Kuni 2 announcement was big. Some of the endings they showed were cool. I just can't remember like top of my head. Oh, what was it? Battleborn was cool. Dude
Oh
looked
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
nervous on stage, but
yeah.
Battleborn looked cool. I didn't get a chance to play that either, but people I've talked to said that that's pretty fun. I mean, it's made by the guys that make Borderlands, so
hmm
I was basically already sold once I knew that, anyways. But That's cool. Even though that little penguin character looked kind of weird. It was
What
like,
was
oh,
his name again? I don't
I
remember.
don't even remember. It was like I just remember his annoying voice. He's like bragging like, "Oh, you guys get this exclusive character," and it's just like, yeah, you guys can keep that. I'm good.
Yeah.
Just give me the game.
But yeah, that game had a long line like the whole time, so
Oh
I didn't get
yeah.
to try it either.
Hey, I didn't even bother. I saw that line. I was like, I want to play some other stuff. But I guess we can just go get into like what games everybody played and like what everybody liked or maybe didn't like or whatever.
Hmm. Well,
Um,
Jaleesa's away for a minute, but
yeah, she getting some pizza.
shoot, she better bring me some. Man, what did I
I'm
played
back
a lot
now.
of games.
I'm
Oh,
back.
she's back.
We're talking about the games we played
Woohoo!
on the actual floor. What the heck? Okay, I played, of course, the Uncharted 4 beta. That was my first time playing it, so I was like, I got to get up on this. Did pretty good. Won a T-shirt. We won, so I was pretty proud. Other
I
than
haven't even
that,
worn my T-shirt yet.
oh, you haven't? I have an
Uh,
extra. I actually wore it that day, so I was like, give
yeah,
me
I saw
another
you
one.
wrapping
I
it.
got that one at E3. They actually gave those away,
Oh,
uh,
nice.
just for being there, pretty much. So I played that. Dark Souls 3, got to play that, and they were treating me as press because I kind of told them like, hey, I'm here checking out the game. I'm gonna write about it. So they're like, oh, take all the time you want because everyone else,
Nice.
everyone else had a 10-minute timer. You would think like, man, that's nothing, and it really isn't. 10 minutes is nothing on that game. So I got to play a little bit longer and check it out. Of course, I died a bunch of times and it's good stuff.
They had
So
like a counter for how many times everybody died too in
Yeah,
that
but you know
game.
what?
That's
I think it
crazy.
was fake. I think the number was fake because I was noticing people dying left and right, and that thing didn't move. So
Oh, really?
I don't know if it's just like every 10 minutes
Yeah, I
or
have no
what it
idea.
does. But
It could be a marketing thing, like, oh, look how hard our game is. This is definitely not casual. Look how many times everybody's dying.
pretty much. And then of course we played For Honor, which was really good. We all played that. We were on the same team.
Should have won though, but
We should have
well,
won. Yeah, so that was awesome. I played a couple indies, Chasm, Assault Android Cactus, which was really, really good. That's just off the top of my head right now. I'll remember more, but you
oh
guys go
yeah.
ahead.
Julie, so you go ahead.
um, well, the first day I was so freaking drained. Mostly what I did was just walk around the show floor and just look out and see what all they had. Games wise, I didn't play much the first day, but the second day, I played Ratchet and Clank, which was extremely fun, even though I
Oh yeah.
kept dying.
The
But
struggle.
the struggle was so real, yo,
Man,
that game.
somebody inverted
But
my controls. I play that junk.
Oh, that sucks.
I mean, I liked the game, but the only thing was I didn't know the controls, so I was just like, and then I hadn't played a platformer since Knack, so it was kind of like getting back into the platformer type of thing. But the game looked amazing. Like that game looks freaking amazing. For
Mhm.
it to be an Insomniac game, like most Insomniac games look pretty good, but
Hmm.
this game looked dope. It looked
Like a
just like
Pixar.
yeah, it looks like a Pixar movie or something like the movie reel that they showed for the actual movie. The game looks like that, like the particle effects, and it was really good. So that me playing that actually changed my mind about buying the game. So I'm probably gonna buy that joint, and then it's only $40. But I mean,
Hmm.
I'm not a huge Ratchet and Clank fan. Like I like the first I think three Ratchet and Clanks, and then after that, PlayStation was just throwing them joints out every month. So I was like,
Oh yeah.
I'm tired of Ratchet and Clank now. So but Nia loves Ratchet and Clank. I'm like, girl, I got oversaturated with Ratchet
I
Clanks.
like it. A Crack in Time was dope. So I mean, I didn't really fall off until the ones after A Crack in Time. That was when they really started kind of.
Pumping them joints out.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I kind of had to fall back, but I got like was it Enter the Nexus or whatever that last one? That one was cool. And
yeah,
so this one like is really it reminds me of the old ones, but it just has it's a
yeah,
lot smoother and just like and it looks like Pixar.
yeah. Like it plays so smooth. Like it plays really really good. So I'm definitely gonna pick that up. It changed my mind completely. Like I wasn't gonna get it, but it reminds me so much of the first game. I'm like, yeah, I gotta get it. Like the first game was really, really good. At least I think the first two or three games were really good. Um,
Yeah,
And then we all played For Honor. Like For Honor.
That's a very cool concept. Like I didn't
Mhm.
when the guy was explaining, I'm like, what? I'm like, what? Because I didn't know when you guys asked me to come over. I didn't really know what the game was. I didn't really check it out or look at before. So I just kind of jumped in. The guy was explaining. I'm just like, what? What is this? I'm like, this looks cool, but I'm like, this is multiplayer. Like, why are we all like together? And I'm like, oh, this is like I seriously didn't know, like, because I was still thinking about rigs too. As my mind was somewhere
Yeah,
else.
that
But
was
then
when you were trying to get in rigs, and we were like,
yeah.
"Hey, we're over here. Like, come over here."
That's why I just said screw it. But once we got in there, I was like, this is really cool. But,
Yeah, like For Honor is I don't even know how to explain it. It for one, it looks amazing from
yeah,
Mhm.
what we played. I don't know what system we were playing it on or PC or whatever,
That was
but
PS4. Had to
I,
be.
I'm just saying I don't know, but I don't know what we was playing it on. But whatever we was playing it on, that joint looked good. Like it looked extremely detailed. Um, I like how when you basically just gotta outthink your opponent when it comes to the duels. I like that. That shit was dope. Like when you duel against another person instead of like the regular samurai guys, it was like you and another person. You
Hmm.
really just had to outthink your opponent because if not, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
yeah. It's almost like chess where you had to like figure out which way you wanted to aim your sword, and so they wouldn't
Yeah,
block it.
exactly.
And then like yeah, it was really cool. It was a really cool concept for multiplayer, really just kind of gameplay in general. And then the guy said it's supposed to have a single player as well, and they're gonna explain
Oh,
the backstory as to why they're fighting and all that stuff too. I'm like, that's pretty cool. I'm
it's gonna be
keep an eye on
awesome
that game.
for
Yeah,
sure.
that game was really good. Like I was like, yo, like this game right here really snuck up on me because I saw that when they announced it at E3 or whatnot. I'm like, it looks cool. It's a different type of game. We really don't have samurai games like that.
Yeah,
And then to actually play it, I'm like, yo, this game is something that you can't play with randoms. You gotta play this game like with people you know. And the co-op was really fun, and like us actually like, yo, you do this and you do that, and we gotta go here and go there, and oh,
yeah,
come back. And it's a game that you really gotta talk to people, and you can't play that game with randoms because randoms ain't gonna be talking.
man.
Exactly.
That's true.
They're not gonna be talking. Like you have to literally talk the whole time because if not, you're gonna die. You're gonna lose very quickly, like we saw.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah.
Because the points, like the way the tie can turn, because we were winning for a while, and then they got A or whichever one. No, it was either A or B they got, and all of a sudden, all their points, everything just switched over, and I think me and Jaleesa went up to
We
B or
tried to go
whichever
get.
one they got, and we
We
both
tried.
died
We tried to go.
right at.
Bobby, we tried to go get C, man, because we were
Oh,
up,
C.
and
Okay,
we were
I
up.
forgot which one it was, but yeah,
We tried to go get C.
Yeah.
I was heading towards it, and you were like right behind me, and they came out of nowhere and just killed Bobby, and then after they killed Bobby, they killed me.
Yeah.
yeah, and then all of a sudden, then they just the ties turned. That was it. But it was fun though.
Yeah, but just to explain to the viewers, when they capture all the points, you cannot respawn anymore. So
Nope.
once they
Yeah,
kill us, that's it. So once Bobby and Jaleesa went down, and I think I went down like the next minute, it was Kenny by himself.
yeah.
And they're
And
like,
He
it's all
he
up
was
to
actually
you.
doing pretty good too. It
Kenny
was
was
just
running
Yeah.
for his life, yo.
yeah. He actually wasn't doing that bad. He was just outnumbered.
Yeah, I think all he had to do was capture a point, and then we would be able to respawn again. But then he wasn't able to do it because it's like he had the whole team against him, so there
Yeah,
was just no way. But
Not even that. Like he was so far from the points where he couldn't do anything
mhm.
anyway.
Yeah, so but it was fun. I mean, it's just funny how quick it could turn. You think
yeah,
you're ahead, you're doing all good, and I think I even said that to you guys in the headset. I was like, "Oh, we're gonna win this. Like this is easy."
yeah,
And then the guy who was talking to us and kind of telling us how to play, he was like, "Oh, don't get too cocky because it could switch any second." And like, sure enough, it just switched on us.
Yeah, that shit switched like quick. I mean, like
Hmm.
super duper quick. We was like, oh yeah, we're up. He was like, oh, you're at 1,000 points, and then we got to 1,000 points. We was like, oh yeah, we good. And
yeah.
all of a sudden, everything changed. Like what? But
Yeah.
Keep
graphically,
you
it
on your
looks
toes.
good, and like I like the concept. I like the concept of how you duel, like with the R and the I think it's
You can like aim.
R1
Oh,
and
to like block and yeah, you get to choose how you block too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and I just like the dueling. The dueling is dope. Like I just
Hmm.
thought that was a dope concept. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But For Honor was really cool. Like that's a game I actually might pick up if I get enough people who are friends that's gonna pick it up. Cause I
Yeah.
ain't playing that game by myself. Unless the campaign is sounds kind of dope. If the campaign sounds really dope, I'll buy it anyway. But multiplayer wise, I gotta have people that I know gonna be talking.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, other than that, I think I didn't play much. I mean, I saw Gravity Rush the remastered. I'm gonna buy that because
Beautiful
I
game.
was a
Beautiful.
huge
Yep.
Kev. What's
What's up,
up?
What
Kev?
It's
what
a
up,
Oh
man?
man.
What up?
it is a beautiful game, yo. That joint looked dope. Drawn to Death always looks cool. David Jaffe. What else did I see? I thought was pretty cool. I saw, like I said, I saw Riggs. Um,
Did anybody play
uh,
Eve Valkyrie?
Yeah, man, that was probably the best VR game that I played. I didn't get a chance to play Rigs, but I don't know if their game is just further in development or what. But like, you really feel like you're in that game. Like that was really cool. I'm not even a
Yeah.
big fan of like space combat or like playing combat games, but that was a really fun game, and my team won too. So that was
you know what?
Yeah, we
I
won
got a
too.
question. Was anybody surprised that Far Cry Primal was playable?
A little bit, yeah. I didn't
I
even think it was
wasn't.
going to be there.
and now that you mention it, yeah,
They actually had kiosk and people could play it. I was like, what the hell? They could have showed this at the dang on keynote.
yeah, for real.
I mean,
Or-
it's coming in February, right? So,
yeah, they could have
That's
shown
true.
that.
I
Yeah.
mean, I wouldn't expect it to not be playable if it's coming out in February. That would
But look,
actually worry me
come
more.
on now. We know games don't be coming out when they say they coming out. So
That's very true. But for them to have
Yeah.
such a close release date, that pretty much shows confidence that they planned on dropping it anyway.
yeah, but I didn't
Yeah.
expect for it to be at the show though. Like they didn't say nothing about their game, and for it to be on the floor, I was like, okay, the joint playable, and
Yeah.
it looks really good too.
Hmm.
Oh, real quick, introduce this is Mr. Official VG just dropped in here, so
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll say
Yeah.
real quick.
Uh,
Everybody was late, so it's all good. Everybody's black today. Came
Yeah,
all
out.
that,
man. Sorry,
all about,
I had to make sure
all
the wife
about,
was good.
Oh no,
all
you
about
good.
that hug life, man.
It's all good, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much that's all I played. But I thought Gravity Rush looked pretty good from what I saw other people playing it.
Yeah,
It looked really good from it being a port from the Vita.
they
Like,
did a really good port too. I was looking at the comparisons online and stuff, and I still have the Vita version. That's a really good Vita game too, by the way.
yeah, I'm kind of happy that people are going to get to play that who just aren't in the handhelds.
Yeah,
'Cause,
well, I got to talk to never played the Vita version because a lot of people don't have Vitas, but they're like, "Oh man, this game is dope." I remember seeing it, and
Yeah. It
I
got
kind of
really
want.
good music.
Oh yeah,
yeah, like I'm trying to see if they're going to fix the camera and stuff because you know the Vita was
Yeah.
so weird with the
Mhm.
analogs that
Yeah.
the camera was a little. But I think they're probably going to fix it since it's going to be on the PS4. So
It should be better too. Like a lot, I know. Sometimes on Gravity Rush on a video when you have to like use, I guess the motion controls for
oh yeah,
sliding.
gyros, yeah,
Yeah. Like I think it'd probably be better on the PS4 with you having a touchpad on a controller. Like if
oh
they
yeah.
want you to touch like both ends of the touchpads, like the bottom corners of it, that will work as far as sliding or whatever they may set it up to be.
yeah, I think this is going to be good for that game though, especially since 2 is coming out and a lot of people just didn't have a Vita. So I feel like this game was kind of slept on. A lot of people knew about it. Like when I first got it, it was free on PlayStation Plus when I first got my Vita and I tried it out. I'm like, yo, this game is pretty dope.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
really hope it does well. Like even if it would it be getting a remaster treatment, like I hope it does like a mill or something. Like it deserves to be like recognized because it's a really good game.
Hmm.
Yeah, and
I
then
mean, they,
like I said, a lot of people don't know about the game because it was on the Vita.
Yeah,
I was one
true.
of them.
Erica, you should try it. Like Gravity Rush is a cool ass game. I didn't get to beat it because my Vita broke on me,
oh,
Oh man.
but my screen broke, so I'm
oh
probably gonna
damn.
try to get a new one, but before the end of the year. But yeah, like
Does it
Gravity
work with
Rush,
Vita TV, or is that one of the games that's not compatible?
I don't know.
Because I
Yeah,
don't know
it's
if they still
important.
have it at this price, but I know Vita TV was like $20. I think like Best Buy for a while.
I
So
don't know. I might have to ask Courtney because Courtney buy every damn thing. I know he got it. I know he got it, so he probably would know, cause I know he got Vita TV, cause every game ain't playable on there.
Right.
Hmm.
And that game is really really heavy with like the touch and all that type of stuff. So I don't know if that's compatible.
Yeah, but from what I saw, that game looks extremely good for it to be a Vita game. So I was impressed. So I'm like, yo, I'm buying this. Like, I
It's got
gotta
a
get that
cool,
game so I can
cool
finally
cell
beat it.
shaded. That's
Yeah, the shell shaded, and it's like it's a different art style, and like I like the character, and the town that you're in is pretty big, and for it to be a Vita game, I was like,
right.
dang, this one was pretty like detailed. So for them to bring it to PS4 it just shows that, you know what I'm saying, they're trying to push it a little bit more, and then they're making a second one, so that means they actually did pretty good with the first one. And Erica, you should try it out. I'm telling you, that's
Yeah, I
a
mean, shoot, you guys are making me more curious about it. Yeah, I'll
I
definitely
mean,
keep my eyes,
I mean,
eyes on it.
go on YouTube and check out videos of it. It's a pretty good game, yo. Like Gravity Rush was
Cool
dope.
concept, just how you platform around and stuff.
Yeah, it's a pretty good game. How you be flying around, and it's like you be floating in the air and stuff, and it's dope.
Nice, nice.
Yes, but pretty much that was it. It's a pretty good game. How you be flying around. But yeah, that's all I played.
Okay. What about you, Kev? What game stood out for you?
As far as playing, heck.
A bunch of shit.
Nah, not really. I mean, because everything, I was pretty much just going in with an open mind. Like, I didn't. The games that I really wanted to play weren't there. Like the games that they had last year for PlayStation Experience, like it was most of the indie games that like really stood out to me. They didn't have them out there on the floor. Like, what's this, Legend of Raven? That was a nice little fighting game. They had Amplitude last year. I don't believe I seen that on the floor. Maybe I missed it if it was.
It was there.
It was
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
small, it
This
was a
year.
small ass little booth, but it was there.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it was a small booth last year, but it was like really visible for me to see because it was like not too far from Bastion before that came out this year. Um, what else? What else? I don't know. I don't really have anything in particular, like other than the VR. Like I said, when I tried Eve Valkyrie and whatnot, everything else is just pretty much, I just tried out later because them lines discouraged me from being there last
Right.
year. I was in the line for 3 hours. Yeah, I was in the line for 3 hours for the order at the first PlayStation experience. So it's
Yeah.
like, if I just seen a long line, I was just like, nah, bro, I'll just wait.
Hmm.
So the games that I wanted to play though, it was one of the what game was it? I wanted to try Resident Evil, that with the
Oh
third person
yeah,
shooter version. I can't think of the freaking name of it.
that's the
Oh
one we
man.
forgot to play too. I didn't even get to
Yeah.
see it.
I
Damn.
wanted to play that, and it was a line for that for a while. I sucked it up, and I went in the Street Fighter Five line. That was pretty steady. But
That game's
I did want to play Demon Souls, not Demon Souls, Dark Souls 3. Forgive me. But yeah, I didn't get in that line either. I would say between that For Honor, I wanted to get into,
That
and
For Honor line actually went pretty fast because the way that the game is set up, it was like what 24 people.
Yeah,
yeah,
playing at once.
It looked like it was long as shit, but once they started letting people in, the line just flew by.
yeah. I don't know. It's like I said, I got discouraged, so I just like put a lot of stuff off because it's like I also felt like if it was something that I know was coming out recently or I can get my hands on, I was just like screw it, especially if that line was long.
Yo, them lines was like people was like, oh, ain't nobody, oh, they was disappointed, and I'm like, yo, these people in here trying to play these
Yo,
games, dog. I don't know what
y'all,
y'all talking about.
Yeah.
for real, they had no idea.
Yeah, like yo, Riggs had like a 3 hour like
Oh
line.
man.
Like Riggs had a 3 hour line. I
Hell
think
yeah. The
what else
line
had
for
I
Riggs
heard?
was longer than the order, man. Come on.
Yo,
The game.
yo,
Not the line.
the lines were ridiculous, yo. Like
It's longer than the order.
I was looking at some of them lines like, oh my Jesus, like I ain't waiting in that line. Like I ain't even finna try it.
Yeah, yeah.
I ain't even finna try it. Like the people who were like just commenting like, oh, like I know they're disappointed and they ain't playing. I'm like, yo, do y'all see these lines in here? Like, do I need to take a
Shoot.
picture
That's
of
for
like VR lines? Oh my God,
Yeah.
the VR lines were super duper long.
Yep.
VR's
All of them was like
the
an hour
everybody
plus.
wants to play.
And people were like, oh, ain't nobody gonna play this. I'm like, yo, these people trying to play this VR, yo, like y'all have no clue.
Yeah. The VR was the longest line. The shortest line for VR was a game that I played. That was my first game, And then I was like, all right, I need to start playing some more VR games. With this game called Nog. It's GNOG or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And it was pretty dope, you know what I'm saying? But it was like the shortest line. We was in that line for like maybe 30 minutes. And that's a good thing compared to if you was at PSX, you know that's good. That's a good thing compared to all the other VR lines because you was in that bad boy for some hours or so.
Yeah.
So
I know it was another game they showed VR wise I thought looked dope. Golem, I think that's what it was. That
yeah,
kind of
Oh,
looked
yeah. I forgot
you
about
had to
that
have an
one.
kind of dope.
appointment to
Oh
come
yeah.
out.
That looked kind of dope. I was like, that's a cool concept.
Yeah,
I thought that was cool, and I'm kind of surprised third party is really supporting the hell out of it. Like, we got an Ubisoft game, the Eagle game,
yeah,
and I'm like, okay, we got some third party in there. I'm like, okay, and maybe it won't turn out like the Vita.
yeah.
It's
Right.
Hopefully not.
I'm just saying, like, it's good that third party is kind of supporting it, and they're making games for it. So, but I was a little disappointed that we didn't see what's the other game? The space game that nobody knows what you do in it.
Oh, no.
No Man's
Oh,
Sky.
No Man's
I'm
Sky.
kind of
Oh yeah.
disappointed that No Man's Sky didn't make it to VR. That's like a perfect
I
game.
think they still wind up having some type of support with it.
They have to. This is too
They
perfect.
should have showed it, man. That's another thing they should have showed. They should have showed it with VR, and
Oh, dang, that would be crazy.
that
No,
would be crazy. Like, even though we
that could
don't
be
know
big
what
as
you're
big
doing in it,
for VR.
that'd have been a perfect game for VR because everybody is anticipating that game and don't nobody know what you do in it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are still like, what exactly do we do in this game besides exploring?
Yeah. I'm like,
But what they show.
can you get out of the thing and I
I
don't
think
know.
you can. Yeah, you can get
Yeah,
out of it.
they got combat and stuff like
Yeah.
ground like
There's
shooter.
enemies.
Yeah, I was a little confused. Like, what do you do? Like, what's the concept?
Just fly
Yeah.
around.
Yeah. I mean, it looks dope though. I can't front. Like, in that being in VR would look incredible.
Yeah, with me playing Eve Valkyrie and whatnot, like the
Mhm.
ease and like how much the headset is like lightweight over you, and how you can just like you can pretty much just look all the way around.
That's
You know,
crazy.
it's gonna be really immersive. I could just imagine how that would be with No Man's Sky.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
And that
that's
comes out
another.
next year, right?
Yeah,
It's
in June
supposed
Supposed
to.
to.
sometime.
Okay.
It's
I
supposed
don't
to,
mind if
but
it get pushed back for the holidays. I mean, if as long as VR support is there for it, I think that's pretty cool.
yeah,
Hmm.
I wasn't disappointed. I think me and Erica talked about this. I wasn't disappointed because I kind of knew they might not have said it, but the price for the VR, I was like, it's iffy. It was up in the air before the show. I'm like, I wonder if they're gonna show it, but I'm like, nah, they're gonna wait till CES or
CES.
Yeah, because they did the same thing for the Vita, if I'm not mistaken. They did
Yeah.
like a conference and whatnot, and they wound up giving a price for that. I'm just praying to God that they're smart about this and don't. If it's anything over 300, that's when I'm gonna get worried.
Yeah. It's got to be below that.
it's gotta, yeah. That I pray that they don't kill themselves because if it's over 300, I say maybe 350 at the most. If it's
Yeah,
anything over that, people are
'Cause
not going to buy
Maybe
it.
350 with like a move bundles, because yeah, I remember some of those games you use the move, and not everybody has them
that's
move
true.
controllers and stuff.
That's
So
right.
you know,
Yeah, they might have to have a bundle or something like that. But anything over 350, I'm gonna be a little worried.
Yeah, because I mean, you're talking it's going to be more than the freaking console.
yeah,
Yeah,
PS4. I mean, that's too much.
yeah. And I mean,
especially for a bunch
they're
of
saying
launch
all
titles.
they're saying all those games that most of the games that were shown are gonna be launch titles. So it's gonna launch with a lot of games, which is good.
Right.
Mhm.
It just needs to keep getting support. That's the thing about Sony. Because even look at the move. The move started off with a lot of support, and then I mean, where are those games at?
I don't think the
Yeah,
You
move
know,
got that much support in regards to like how VR is gonna get supported. Mainly because
oh,
uh, l- a lot of the VR games they're going to be compatible for like things like Oculus Rift and like
true.
some other headsets too. So I think the fact that the other headsets coming out alongside PlayStation VR, they
It'll
kind of gives
automatically put
it,
more
yeah,
support.
yeah, it gives it more support in opposed to how it was with the PlayStation Move.
That's a good point.
yeah, that is a good point. But I'm worried about that price. I'm like, I was
Yeah,
wondering was they gonna say something about it, and I'm like, when they didn't, I'm like, okay, well, it's either
Yeah.
gonna be CES or what was it GDC? It's gonna
nah,
be it's gonna
that's too late.
Yeah, it'd be smart
Oh,
they got to do it at CES because
yeah,
that's all about tech. It's the perfect time to do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get it. When the CES? What,
It's next
February?
month? No,
Well,
January.
January.
Yeah, it's in
January.
January. See,
Okay.
GDC is more like developer driven, so they wouldn't really talk about outside of like VR games being developed. There would be no point in dropping the price
Yeah.
point. Then CES is a must. You know what I'm saying?
CES is gonna be it. That's when we're gonna get price for it. So I
Yeah,
was just
yeah.
saying, I was wondering, I was like in the back of my mind was like, are they gonna show the price here or are they gonna wait for CES? Because I knew CES was coming out right around the corner.
Nah, if you think about it, even at the PlayStation experience during the keynote, they didn't even talk about like sales numbers, units. So they're going to talk about units and they're going to talk about prices all over at CES. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
I'm glad they didn't waste time talking about sales and stuff at the PSX anyway, so they can
I
say
Yeah.
mean, you there for the fans. Fans, I mean, yeah, you got your fanboys who going to care about that, but for
yeah,
overall, you coming there to see games and they understand
exactly.
it. Just keep it game focused.
Yeah, I mean you're right.
Oh, okay. Real quick, Cav, what'd you think about Homeboy wearing that Crash Bandicoot shirt, but they didn't show no Crash love.
Man, I think that don't try to be Phil Spencer, bro.
That's
Just
I
exactly what he
said
That's
I
what they were
said the
saying.
same thing.
do your own thing. Like either with you doing that shirt, you better drop that game
right.
because if not, you can't be going out here with these Phil Spencer shirts and these, these games that don't got nothing to do with anything. You out here trying to get your, what I'm saying, your fanboy crowds hyped up because them like the Xbox guys, they got really hyped up with the Battletoads, like, oh, Battletoads game's coming. You know what I'm saying? And you just wind up getting Rare Replay, and that was that. And what's his name, Rash and Killer Instinct. But other than that, that's not really what they wanted, or like with the Conquer thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
Oh yeah, the Conquer
that
thing I think pissed people
creator
off.
game. That,
Conquer
yeah,
and
so
what was it in
that one creation game, like Project something.
Project Spark.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was
Right.
in, yeah.
Yeah, like
I think that Conquer thing kind of made people mad. They thought they was getting the actual game and it
don't
was only
yeah,
the
man.
character. Like
I
yeah,
forgot about that.
yeah,
I remember that.
don't pull that crap where you got Crash available on Little Big Planet or whatever,
Yeah, you know what I'm
create
saying.
or Crash
nah.
available in Dreams. Just give us a Crash game and stop playing. You know what I'm
You know
saying? Don't
they would do that.
Yeah, don't pull a Phil Spencer because even though that keynote for me personally was underwhelming, you do not want to start going down that path. You know what I'm saying? PlayStation, please get it together,
Don't do
for
it.
real, man.
Yeah, don't do that,
Yeah,
yo.
'cause I was
Yeah,
getting hyped. I'm like, because he was just kind of reiterates. Yeah, he's like, yeah, we started out with Uncharted, and all this stuff. So imagine what we got, for the rest of the show. I'm like, yo, he's wearing a Crash Bandicoot shirt, and he's talking, he's getting by. I'm like, yo, they're about to show a new Crash. I'm like, this is crazy. And then no,
then
he had nothing.
Saving them guns
He
for
didn't get he didn't get a theme, nothing.
yeah, they saving them
E3
guns for
maybe.
E3.
Yeah.
They have to be because we didn't hear about Sony Ben. We know God of War is coming. You know what I'm saying? We didn't hear about that and whatever else they might have in the
we
pipeline.
heard about that. We heard about that taxi game, though.
Yeah, exactly.
That crap,
people
I'm like, nah,
people
bro.
think that they're not working on God of War. I'm like, just because you saw that taxi game
The one guy said
does
they are.
not working on God of War.
Corey Barlog, or whatever his name
Yeah,
is.
yeah, he said that was the last year. He wouldn't slip that out.
Yeah, I mean, but we all know it's coming because Ascension came out in 2013, so
Right.
it's
Yeah.
been almost 3 years. We know it's coming. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's time.
Yeah, it's time for it to come, but people are so impatient. Like, and
Yeah.
every time I hear somebody talk about a exclusive, all I hear is God of War, God of War, God of War. That's all I want. I'm
But
like, yo,
it's cannon fodder anyway, though, because people are bringing up, oh, well, if you had these PS2 games, I'd get me a PS4 immediately. That's just cannon fodder. Like these dudes just throwing out stipulations for the heck
yeah,
of
like
just
I
throwing them
know we
out.
know it's coming, and we know Sony first party studios are slow as fucking molasses. Like, so I
That's
mean,
true.
they are slow as molasses, yo. Like people like the PS2 era. A lot of people don't know. A lot of those first party games, them shits took forever in a damn day to come.
Yep.
Is now
It's like Nintendo. Nintendo did the same.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like
true.
most of the hot games that everybody was getting was third party like type of games. Like people just don't know. I'm like, you know how long it took for a freaking Siphon Filter or a Siphon Filter 2 or Crash and all that, man, come on, yo. Like they take their time, which is good, but most Sony fans, we already know the games are coming, but they're just gonna take their good sweet time. Cause I'm so tired of Sony being not showing something. I know they're working on something. Like, just show it already. But I'm like, okay, they don't want to show it here, so it's got to be E3. Cause every first party studio is working on something.
Hmm.
Right.
So what the hell are they? What the hell are they working on? Because they didn't show it at PSX.
Do you guys think Microsoft should do something equivalent to
They
PSX?
need to because they
they're
have
they're
fans
gonna
for
wind
free
up
out
doing
there.
it
They're gonna
because
have to.
it's
I
gonna
think they
wind up
should.
happening. But when it does, oh God, the gloating is gonna be something serious. Oh, you ponies can't afford to do it like Microsoft can do it. I'm telling you, it's gonna be
Hey, but
crazy.
they don't. But Erica, they don't know about all that stuff at E3. Like when Sony does their event and the food and
Oh
the
shoot,
carpet
we were
and
like royalty over there, man.
man,
It's
people just
awesome.
don't like. I've been knew that Sony does it like that. Like,
But they're broke.
Red even told me that she was like, "Yo, when we go to Sony's booth and outside, they feed us. When we go play their games, they got carpet on the floor, and you know what I'm saying?
They
Like,
It
got
was,
free
they were,
alcohol.
I was
yeah,
saying
they got free alcohol
they
and
were
all
giving
that.
out beer and stuff at
Yeah.
PSX.
Yeah, they were, but you know
Yeah,
how much that
PSX
beer
is
was?
nice
That
though.
shit was like $15. So I was like,
$14 beer. I was like, you're out of
yeah,
your minds.
because I
But
was
that
in
mug was
line.
huge though,
I
yo.
was in line for that, and dude said it was like 15, $16. I'm like, I'm cool. I went right
Could
over
buy
to
a 20
PSX.
pack for that,
Hell
man.
But
yeah,
they did that last year though. But I think it's just so dope how they got
whole
the
bar.
platinum bar. You got the platinum and gold trophies and stuff around
It
the
did look
bar.
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
That
But
is
I,
I
dope.
did think it was cool. I'm like, yo, this is dope.
Yeah, that's how
That's
they
the
had it
thing, though.
last
That's
year,
the thing.
man.
Like, I felt kind of spoiled because at E3 they had that bar, but it was outside, and we got a free beer, and
Oh
like
wow.
that's where we saw David Jaffe the first time. We were like
Oh
hanging
nice.
out, and we got our free shirts, and we got to see other people. It's so different when you go as press because they give you so many free things, and then I come to
Oh hell yeah.
PSX, and I'm like,
You're like,
wait,
who are you?
$14 for a beer? Like what? And like, there's no free food. I was kind of looking around like, for reals?
Like,
But
you know who I am?
I know, like, well, I wasn't going that far, but
I
Oh,
mean,
you know, it was just,
you feel a little privileged when you media. Like you
yeah,
ain't waiting in no
yeah.
lines and like you just
Yep.
go to the
yeah, I
PR woman and be like, hey, we want a such and such, and then they'll be like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, like at E3 it's just such a different thing because they're like reaching for you, like please look at my game, look get my
yeah.
number, get my card, and
They
and at
they know
PSX,
I'm to their press. Like,
yeah, PSX it's more as a fan, so I just had to go back to that level, like oh, okay, it's still cool, but I had to forget all that free stuff. I had to like push that out of my mind, like that's not happening, Erica, not this
oh
time.
man.
Yeah, it's just funny.
yeah.
I guess.
It was
Oh,
cool though. I thought that when I saw the MLB joint, I was like, yo, this is dope. But I'm not a beer drinker, so I just walked in there and looked around and I took a picture and I'm like, I thought that was pretty dope.
Hmm.
And then they had the lounge area where people were actually sitting down and looked comfortable. And I'm like, you know what? This is really dope.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't know they did that last year, but yeah, but the $15 beer though, nah, I'm good.
yeah. Ain't that
It's a
serious?
little too much.
A little.
Better give me
Shoot.
a free PSN game with that or
I
something.
know, right? You would think.
Shoot, you better give me a demo or something of a new MLB game or
Or,
something.
you know what I
Shit.
mean?
Maybe
Fitting.
maybe they were trying to match the price of the what are they calling it? Not backwards compatibility, but the PS2 games.
Yeah,
PS2
15
emulation.
bucks.
yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
it's like,
much.
do you want a beer? It's the
Yeah,
same.
I'm surprised we didn't even get a surprise announcement. Some of the PS2 games. I
I
was a
know.
little surprised they
I
didn't
kind of
show
thought
anything.
they would, but
Yeah, at
They
least
blew their
talk about
load. When they made that PlayStation blog post about it, it was pretty much a wrap from there.
Yeah, they should have said that at the conference.
Yeah,
That
but
would have got everybody hyped.
it would have been a downside to that because of the simple fact of like people were expecting to be able to put their PS2 disc in,
hmm.
and
I
you know
mean,
what I'm
that's a
saying.
reach though.
Yeah, it might have been a
yeah.
reach, but that's what the people expected, you know. But I mean, I don't personally mind because I didn't own any of those games, and like if I did own it, those games are long gone for me.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think
But
the only game out of all of those that they had that I actually still got is San Andreas. I mean, that's the only game I still got. So I
the
would have
only
had to buy
game,
him anyway.
yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to buy it. But the only game that I do have from PS2 is like what Street Fighter Anthology. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, man. Like it's
Um,
a couple of games I'm like, yo, I'm never gonna get rid of them. I'm gonna always keep them. But like, I mean, I don't know how long I'm gonna be waiting to put the disc in. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm not waiting.
Yeah.
I rather.
Ain't
That's
that
two
serious.
generations ago.
Yeah, you're right. Like, that's
So
you expected to put that PS2 disc in there and that shit play?
yeah,
Mm,
it's kind of asking a lot.
yeah, that's a reach. I mean, I understand
Yeah.
the pricing wise, but some of these games, you know how much them joints cost?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
people don't understand. A lot of those games are like what $60+.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
just like trying to go buy a Nintendo game. Like, them
yeah,
Nintendo
it's not
games are
happening.
expensive as shit.
Yeah, they never drop the price.
Right. They're just like Call of Duty, yo. Them Call of Duty games never lose their value. Like, them joints is still $30 and $40, and them joints is like what, 3, 4 years old.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm like, $15? Okay, I'll pay that.
Yeah, it's
Like,
not bad. But a lot of people
yeah.
are complaining, but they're not really remembering or realizing that Nintendo and Microsoft do this all the time. Nintendo has
Well,
the
it doesn't
virtual
count when they do it.
console, and yeah, I mean, of course, a lot of those games were on cartridges, so of course they have to do it that way. But I mean, I remember I
Yep.
spent like $10 just to play Mario 64, and I was cool with that because I knew I couldn't, get it another way or whatever.
Man, you know how much Mario 64 is new? Like,
That's
that's
what I'm saying with Nintendo
Yeah.
games. Like, if you try and buy like a Zelda game on the 3DS, it's still like $40. I
yeah.
mean, that's just how it is. So I don't know. I mean, I could see why people are complaining, but at the same time, this is nothing new.
$15. I mean, it's
Yeah,
and
like
you get
I saw when I saw Grand Theft Auto, I'm like, cool. I'm gonna
yeah,
get
Vice City and San
Yeah, I'm
Andreas.
getting Vice City next Friday.
yeah, I'm trying
Just
to
for
get
that
that Vice
music.
City
Same,
too.
same here, man.
Like San Andreas, Vice City, Grand Theft Auto 3, like Dark Cloud, like games. Some of the games I never even played before, like Dark Cloud, I never played.
I never played Dark
Um,
Cloud,
I got
Rogue
Rogue Gal.
Galaxy.
Yeah, I
yeah,
downloaded Rogue Galaxy a couple days ago. Messed around that for a while.
Twisted Metal Black. I'm like, the prices aren't bad. Like, 'cause if you try to buy them games new, like brand, I'm not talking about like going on Amazon and getting them joints used where they ain't even got um, the real case. They ain't like one of the little yellow cases. I mean, like a brand new game. 'Cause you can't even buy PS2 games at GameStop anymore, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I think they took them out.
Yeah, they stopped. So like you really go comb pawn shops to go find the game so you can stick it in your PS4. Come on, yo, like
And
it's
you ain't getting trophies, none of that either. I mean, that's the
exactly.
original PS2 version.
Mhm.
Exactly.
I'm not saying trophies are worth $15, but at least you're getting more than you would have if you had the disc anyway.
Yeah.
Trophies kind of put an incentive for replay value. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Especially for
And
like GTA and stuff like that. That'd be kind of cool. Go back and play the older GTA games and
not even that, yo. It's the fact that we can share play them now. We
yeah,
can
exactly.
freaking
All that
stream
stuff.
them now. We
You
can
know.
take screenshots and all of that stuff. I thought all that stuff is dope.
That's true.
Yeah.
I didn't even
A
think
lot of
about that. You're right.
Yeah, you
value.
can share play. You can do all of that stuff with the games now.
So that gives you like you say like a lot of replay value and reasons to kind of go back, even if you do still own it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
I think they blew their load too. I think some of those they should have just waited and
waited
showed it, yeah, and
doing
put
it.
it in and put it in the show. Even though we couldn't put your disc in, I still think they should have showed it.
yeah,
It would have been a lot better than some of the stuff they did show.
That job simulator was too important. They
yeah,
had to show
Oh
it.
I
man,
heard it was pretty good though. I
I
heard it was
did,
pretty
man.
good.
I
I
did too. But some people, hey man, I'll say this: there were people screaming for certain games. So I think I'm just saying, like some of the games that didn't appeal to us appeal to other people. So
Well, I know
Yeah.
the people around me, they were kind of cheering in a sarcastic way. Like they were
yeah.
laughing and cheering. Kind of, I can tell they were joking. So I don't, maybe that's what you heard. I don't know.
I might have. Some people were cheering for certain games though. Like certain games, I was looking
Yeah.
like, and some game people were like, yo, that looks cool. But I
Yeah.
guess that just shows the versatility that PlayStation has to where
hmm
some of us don't like none of them games, and some people
That's the
go buy them.
that's the cool thing about these events is like if you just based opinions on just social media and what you see, you would think, okay, VR is gonna suck because nobody likes it. But then you go to these events and people are down for it. They're waiting in lines for it. There's so much variety, and that's the thing with Sony is they have a lot of variety.
Yeah,
So all
it's a gift and a curse.
yeah,
It's a good thing that they have so much variety, and then sometimes it's a bad thing they have so much variety. I think it's a
Mhm.
good thing because there's always going to be something to play.
yeah. That's why I like these events so much because you get to see everybody just excited about something. It's
Yep.
not
Yeah.
negative. and stuff like that. And that's what these people on Twitter and everything have to understand. Like, if you go to these events, you're gonna like something. If not, then why are you there? Why are you a fan? So much complaining, but
Yeah, but you gotta
yeah.
also realize too, like there's a difference between the casual and the hardcore fans.
Mhm.
Like like most of the PlayStation fans, all of them in there weren't like hardcore, like waiting in line for their keynote. There were some people who were just like, yo, I just want to go to the event and play some games. They're like PlayStation fans, but they weren't like hardcore like we are. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Like everybody's not like us.
Mhm.
Some people just playing games to play games, yo. So they're not even thinking
Yeah.
about the negative shit.
I know we're pretty much the minority.
Yeah, we're the minority, even though people think we aren't. That's just like people complaining about the battle system for Final Fantasy. The hardcore fans are
Yeah,
like,
man. I'm like, come on, like if you. And the thing is, I was telling this one guy about that because this dude was complaining like, oh, they should have left it turn-based. I'm like, then why not just play the original version? They even came out with the PC port that has trophies. He's like, oh no.
nah, they don't want that.
I'm like, so you really just want them to update the graphics to the way it looks, but keep it in this
Yeah,
robotic term, it's like it's not gonna look right. I'm like I told the guy like just imagine what that would look like with the original battle system when they're just standing there, but with the new
that's what they
graphics.
want.
That was I'm not and I like turn based, like don't get me wrong, but there's nothing wrong with they're remaking the game. So it's like look, some things are going to change. Now other things don't need to change. We can get into that later, but the
Could get
battle
into it
system.
now if you want.
Yeah, we can
Okay.
get into it now, but I mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just thought it was ridiculous how they were just going ham like that. I'm like, yo, this game looks phenomenal. Like,
Yeah,
it
like how
looks
you
really
complain?
freaking good.
Like they know it looks. And funny thing, a lot of those folks that are about complaining about the battle system, a lot of those guys probably like Kingdom Hearts. You know what I mean?
Probably.
Or either Chrono Trigger.
Or yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, come on, dude. Like, just give it a shot, I guess. But as far as that, anyway.
Oh,
But
you
Yeah,
don't
they
play
sound like they
you.
just want a remaster. They
And
don't want a remake.
that
yeah,
is the thing. I was
might as well
like,
play the
you
PC.
guys are complaining, but you don't know what a remaster is. You
Yeah,
don't know what a remake
yeah. I
is.
say this is a full-on remake. They're remaking the game as if this is the first time the game is coming out now. You know what I mean? Like this is what their vision of the game is now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Certain things do need to stay the same, like the core story. Obviously, if they just completely change the story, then it's not the same. Yeah, certain things need to stay the same, but other things like the battle system, I don't personally see a problem uh, with that changing. But I mean, if you guys want to get into the whole Final Fantasy VII, how they're breaking it into like chunks or whatever, we can.
Yeah, I mean we can. We already
Yeah,
segued already, so.
yeah, might as
Yeah.
well.
Erica, you can go ahead.
Me? Oh, I'm like the last person to ask about this. I didn't play the original. I like episodic games, but I'm not looking at this game to be like a Telltale game. It's going to be its own type, and we'll just have to see how it is. I mean, I'm not going to be one to judge, like you were saying before. You got to try it for yourself.
Hmm.
I think I'd be more open to trying it, just because I didn't play the original, and if they are changing the battle system, then even more so, I kind of want to check it out. Because I'm not a big fan of turn-based.
Oh,
Never
okay.
really been.
Oh,
Yeah, I never really been. I'm more of an action RPG kind of person, so I like to get in there
You like
and
action, period.
just,
Like,
yeah, period. Just being able to just move and continuously keep fighting instead of having to wait turns. I know I'm not really into that, but for the hardcore fans, if they're upset, I say, just try and keep an open mind. Trust that, the developers know what they're doing. And it's 2015, or going to be 16, so they're probably making this game based on the standards now, and they're trying to whip it into something for now, not before. Because, like I said, these people who are complaining probably want a remaster,
hmm
and they're forgetting that this is a remake. They're, remaking this game. So just try and keep an open mind and see what happens. But the whole episodic thing, I know, like Bobby, when you first told us, remember we were eating dinner that night, you're like, check this out, like they're gonna make it
Yeah, I was
episodic.
like, what is that? I thought it was a troll when
Yeah.
I saw it on Facebook. I'm like, somebody's probably trolling because they're mad.
Yeah, and you were kind of like looking disappointed, and I was more just so, because I didn't play the first one, so I was
Yeah.
kind of just disappointed for you. But I don't know. I guess I don't really have a true opinion on it.
Dudes
Just
just thinking
wait
like
for that.
Square has killed the game before it even came out. That's how people were thinking.
Well, it was weird because like, how you gonna come out with this gameplay trailer and not say anything about this other stuff, and then
Yeah.
the next day it's like, oh, by the way, you're only gonna get the first, third of the game, or it's like, okay, so when like, are they gonna chop it up by like the discs, how it was on the PS1 where you play until a certain section of the game and then you gotta switch discs, or like how? Because they're from what I read, what they're saying is this game is too big to
Hmm.
make this all one thing with the level of graphical quality that they want to do. They said it's too big, and I don't know what they mean. Like it would just take too long for them to do it all at once. Like we would have to wait too long, or if there's not enough disk space. Because to my knowledge, the Blu-ray on the PS4 holds more than 50 gigs.
Yeah, I think it's the
So,
Yeah,
development time. I think
so
they're
I
saying it would
yeah,
take years for it to come out.
so they're
yeah,
trying
I
to do
kind
it.
of think that too. But I mean,
Oh,
like he
yeah,
said, like there's a bunch of discs that came. What was like what 3 discs that
yeah,
came
it
with
was,
that?
yeah, it was three CDs.
So I don't know how much memory the PS1 disc could hold.
Yeah.
It's a CD, so like it's like around the same as like an audio. CD.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. My thing about it is I was disappointed because I don't know how they're gonna. Are they gonna do it like 13 where they had separate games?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
Um.
like we already know the plot of Seven, so it's like okay, you're gonna leave Midgar, and it's like okay, we'll see you on part two in 2017. It's like okay,
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do it. I mean, cause I played 7, but I'm not like I didn't beat the game, and like
see, I just
that was like back in the day when like my brother was being an asshole and he wouldn't let me. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't let me play the game and stuff like
believe me,
that.
my
So
brother's the same way. That's why I'm laughing.
yeah, so like I played a little bit of it, but like I'm not like investing in the game like some people are. Like some people like that's their favorite game of all time, and I'm
Okay,
looking at them.
I must be the biggest Seven fan in here, unless Cat, I don't know.
Nah, my boy Jabari is like that. That's like he was
Oh,
And
yeah,
right
screaming.
now, while I'm talking.
He playing
yeah,
around
yeah.
like Jabari was like screaming like in the video. He was like, "Shut up, battle system! Shut up, battle system! Shut up, battle
Yeah.
system! Shut up, battle system!" Like,
Was he disappointed when it
nope,
was? No,
nope.
he liked it. Okay.
Yep.
Well, no, I meant the biggest fan in here, but I know not the biggest fan. There's some crazy Final
Yeah.
Fantasy fans, but
Oh man, my boy
Kenny's a pretty
Barnes.
big fan if he was
My
here.
oh
what?
yeah,
How did Kenny like it?
He enjoyed it, but once he heard the episodic stuff, he's a little weary. He doesn't really know what to think.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm like, I gotta see how they're gonna do it.
Because I mean,
I
are they going to release it like digitally maybe, like episodes, and then you could buy the full game later? I
yeah.
mean,
Because
because
I
I know
was
Telltale does it like that, but I don't know. Or is it going to be actual discs releasing like every other year or something?
yeah.
I don't
Because
know.
or are we gonna pay for one and then got to pay for the other parts of the
and
You
game?
how
know
much
they're
it's
going to
gonna
do that.
cost? You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be like a $200 game. Is it gonna end up being 60? Like, because it sounds like they want each installment to be the equivalent of a
One
full
game.
game as far as like
Um,
quality. So
yeah.
I'm assuming each game's gonna be $60. I'm like, so how much is this gonna cost us as a whole? Because we don't know how many parts it's gonna be.
I
It's
mean,
Well,
like,
they could just do 4 episodes
well, we
yeah,
know how Square
fifteen
is,
bucks each.
so
That's $60. I mean, they
we
could do it like that.
we know how Square is, so we
yeah. I
know we're
don't.
gonna be paying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't trust them to actually, make this a $60 thing as a whole. Like, because this is like their one of their biggest games, so they know they could get away with
Mhm.
nickel and diamond people, and people are gonna pay for it. And it's one of those things where I'm saying I would just wait until it's finished, but I know I'm too impatient. If I saw Final Fantasy VII Remake Part One is out tomorrow, I'm gonna buy it, even though I'll be pissed off once I beat that section, and I gotta wait till 6 months from now to play Part Two. It's like,
That's the worst.
yeah, it's like I
Yeah,
can't wait for 4 or 3 or whatever many parts to be done and then play it if I could play a chunk of it now. But on
It's
the
like
flip,
watching your favorite TV show. You rather binge watch it than go week to
right,
week. It's
exactly,
horrible.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like God, it's like okay, we leave Midgard, now we're out in the world. Okay, we'll see you again in 6 months once we develop that part of the game. It's like it's just what I mean? It's like we're playing the game as they're making it almost, which is cool, but at the same time, it's like I already know how the story goes, at least the core plot. So it's like I want to see the next part because I know like okay, I remember when I leave Midgard, we go and we do this. Okay, cool. I want to see what this looks like now. oh snap, I gotta wait 6 months.
It
You
could
know?
be like a Destiny too.
Yeah,
Where they have these expansions that just kind of come in and add to the story and keep going and going. It could be like that too.
yeah. I just don't know because
That gets expensive.
yeah.
I
I
don't
don't
know,
know.
man. I just don't know what they're gonna do, but
They haven't said. They're just like, oh, we're just gonna make it episodic. But it's like, okay, there's so many questions that people have now, which is probably why they didn't say nothing at the show because they know people would have been freaking out at the thing. It's like, oh, we'll announce it, Sunday night or whatever once it's pretty much over
yeah,
with.
I won't judge it until I fully see what their plan is. I want to know.
Exactly.
I'm gonna save my judgments, but I am a little concerned. I'm like, what the hell are y'all doing? But I don't know. If they do it like 13, I don't think it'll be that bad if it's gonna be a continuous game. Like it's gonna be a full game, full $60 game. But
But
they
then, like,
they
how are they going to continue it for part? Do you mean like they're going to give us the whole story of Seven in part one, and then part two will be like something else, or do you mean like?
they said they're adding in things. They're new. So
I
I'm
mean,
thinking
are
we're
they adding a whole nother? So was it going to go from Seven to like Advent Children? Because Advent Children would took place like a couple of years after Seven.
I
So
don't
what?
know
Oh,
exactly. From what I heard, they're gonna be adding new things within the game that
right.
that you never saw. Like
And that's cool. I'm looking forward to seeing the new stuff.
yeah, they said they're adding new things. So I'm thinking they're gonna do the whole game over and then add new stuff in that you didn't see in seven. Like there's gonna be places in Midgard that you never saw that they're gonna add in and
Right.
stuff like that. So I think that's cool. But we won't know until we play it. So people
Yeah.
need to chill
Hmm.
the fuck out.
I'm just afraid that Square is gonna mess something up. Like this is
Yeah, I mean I am too, but we don't know. We won't know. And then also, they sometimes they be misquoting these people too. So
true.
it may not. It may be episodic, but the way that they're saying it may not be what we think it is. So we won't know until they actually show it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Because
true.
when you hear that word episodic, some people just they start thinking about Telltale. They're like,
Yep,
wait, we don't want to like
exactly.
that. And it's like, well, chill out. We don't know yet. Like it might not be
True.
like that. It's just they're using that term to describe it. It's very vague.
I mean, I
It
mean,
could be an umbrella of things.
if they're doing this to get the game out faster, then I can appreciate it. Because I was listening to the a little bit of podcast Beyond, and then they were talking about how this game is probably going to come out sooner than later, but in chunks since they already have the English voice, and stuff on there. Granted, it was out of sync if you look at their mouths, but it's like okay, if they really are working this hard to get this game out as soon as possible, I can appreciate that. My thing is just don't mess it up. Like don't try to rush it just to please people that are impatient. Like
Right.
I've been waiting almost 20 years anyway. Like I can wait a few more years. If
Yeah,
we're gonna do it right, don't just give me a chunk of the game and it's got a bunch of glitches and you know what I'm saying. Like make
Hmm.
sure they can't. This is one of those games that you can't mess this game up. Like this could potentially ruin Square. Like it's that like their fans are that crazy to where like this could really either put Square back to how they used to be back in like the Super Nintendo, PS1, like PS2 era, or this could really mess them up because between the 13 games and how 14 was originally, like Square was kind of going in a weird place, but I feel like they're kind of getting back to their old school ways, so I just don't want to see them like fuck up one of their greatest games, you
Hmm.
know?
yeah. Like this, I think this and Kingdom Hearts they can't fuck up.
Yeah, like
You can't like those two games specifically.
yeah,
I
that's
can
what
wait.
that's the two.
I can wait.
Hell yeah.
Like, cause they already are working on so many games. So
Yeah, you
I'm
got
like,
15 still not out. Like, yeah, you got Kingdom Hearts 3. You got, all this other stuff. It's
they
like,
got Near 2.
yeah,
Yeah, they're working on a lot of shit. So I'm thinking like, okay, if it's gonna take till 2017, 2019, I just want it to be right. Like, take your time. Like, if that's how long it's gonna take for you to get it out or whatever, you take your time. Cause I
yeah.
don't want you fucking something up. I just don't want you messing something up, man.
That's my thing.
Yeah, the episodic thing kind of made people a little weary.
Hmm.
That
It's
and
just
then it
that
came
word.
out and then it came out right after the show, which was weird.
Not during the show. They like waited.
That's
Yeah,
what
it was like
that's what got me scared. It's kind of like, okay, like if they were more confident with it, you would assume they would have said something at the keynote, but they waited until PSX was basically over. It's like, oh, by the way,
Yeah, we were at I think
got
we were at
Titan.
Capcom Cup and I saw it and I'm like, what
I'm
the?
like that was a buzzkill. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, like everybody was like, yo, what the world is Square doing? Like everybody was freaking out.
but
That's probably why they waited. They didn't even want to say it, but they just
exact, yeah. Some
kind of came
people
out.
like what? But yeah, hopefully, like you said, maybe it's one of those things where they mean something different than what we're thinking, or this could be end up being a good idea. I mean, who knows? Like we like you guys said, we won't know until we actually see it, and all we're going off of now is like some articles and people's speculations. But I just hope that they know what they're doing, because I mean, we've seen them go and make great games. We've seen them make some not so great games. So you know,
Yeah. Like you said, they cannot mess this up.
yeah, it's too big of a game.
If
Like, I
it's
mean,
broken or something, oh, that'd just be awful.
yeah,
Yeah, they better quality assurance this game to hell.
because
They're,
I
they're
mean, the game is big, and I understand that, but it's like we seen other like The Witcher or like Fallout, like those games are big too. Like, I mean, I'm trying to think in comparison to games now, how big Seven as a whole really would look made, because I mean, you have basically a whole world that you can run around in, but obviously the PS1 everything is scaled differently, so I
Hmm.
mean, maybe really this is just the best way that they can do it. I mean, and that's the case, then hey, cool. Like, I want to play it, so long as the game's fun. Like, I mean, they got my money, but just don't make sure it at least isn't glitchy and all that crap.
oh yeah, we been getting a lot of those games lately.
Hell yeah. But
That's true. That's true.
um,
So I guess I don't know. Should we just kind of give like some closing thoughts just on the experience?
oh, I was gonna say, did any of you
Or
guys play the London Heist game? Like,
Oh yeah, you played that. I didn't play
that
it.
that was really like once again I didn't play rigs and like sucks, but that was probably one of the best games I played with VR was the Valkyrie game and the London Heist game. That was like the London Heist game was like way better than I thought because you actually got to move around a little. Like it was really cool. Like you actually got to duck behind stuff and you could actually kind of like move a little when you're shooting the guys and stuff and like that was really immersive. So it'd be nice to see more games kind of like that where you're not just kind of more like on rails, I guess.
Yeah, or just using the
Moves.
PS Move. Yeah,
Yeah,
just moving your arms everywhere.
yeah, it was really cool. As long as you're not, at home breaking your lamps and stuff like that. Like, make sure you got space.
It's like that one commercial where they're playing that shooter. It's like a Tostitos commercial or something.
Yeah,
They're
base,
like
yeah.
playing that game. Yeah,
But
something
I
like
mean,
that.
I guess makes real quick. I guess highlights for me. Meeting David Jaffe, that was awesome. I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess it wasn't you guys' first time meeting him, but that was cool as
nah,
hell for
that was
me.
my first time,
That was
baby.
Jaleesa. Yeah, her
Okay,
first time.
I thought one of y'all said that it was your first time meeting him. I couldn't remember, but that was cool as hell. That dude really is down to earth. Like that was just I was in awe. You guys were sitting there filming me. Like Bobby, I'm like, huh? Like, where am I right now? Like am I dreaming this? Like we're recording. I'm like, oh hey, da da da. I'm like, man, but I talked to him about video game concepts and just like TV shows and just like his drawn to death game and just kind of how he came up with that. Like it was just cool just getting to meet him and talk to him about video games. I'm like, this is the main guy that really kind of got me into thinking more creative and just so much. And I'm like, oh my god, like this is surreal. But
Hmm.
like outside of playing the video games, that was probably a highlight for me. Playing as many VR games as I could, that was a big highlight. And playing For Honor with you guys was cool, even though we lost. But the Uncharted
Next
4
time.
beta was fun too. I won on that, so that was top player.
Nice. Yeah, that was fun. The whole setup they had for Uncharted was like a ride. I felt like I was getting on a ride at
Yeah,
Disneyland or something. It's crazy. Like Indiana Jones ride.
Oh yeah, I did see that car and everything like that. I think Timberly them got a picture on that car.
oh the truck that was
Oh yeah.
the wall, yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty cool.
What about you, Jilly? So it was like the main highlights.
It was David Jaffe. Like I was like a kid in a candy store. I was
Yeah.
cheesing. I got that picture with me cheesing, and I was like, Mom. Everybody was like, "Who is that guy?" And I'm like, "Yo, that guy is like, I don't even know how to explain who he like to like. He's like MJ or something. Like,
Yeah.
like if you met MJ in real life, like you would be like in awe because like Michael Jordan is just that dude. Like I feel like David Jaffe is like so credited. Like he's like a legend. Like
Yeah.
and people were kept telling me like, yo, ask him about Twisted Metal, and I'm like, yo, he's burnt out on Twisted
Yeah,
Metal,
that
and
one dude kept bringing.
yeah, like I mean, I want to talk about him. Like he feels, it seems like he's so refreshed with Drawn to Death. Like
Yeah,
that game is like his baby, and it's something that's totally different from what he's used to
that
doing.
game is fun too.
And it's fun. Like the game is extremely fun, and it feels like he's refreshed. And I'm like, bruh, like you know how long he's been working on Twisted Metal? I was like, yo, you got a Twisted Metal what 4 years ago? Like let the
Yeah,
man do something different.
like bringing up like an old boyfriend or old girlfriend. It's like,
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm on to like I got my new girl here. Like I ain't talking about some girl from 2-3 years ago. Like let's talk about this stuff now. Like
Yeah, like
I'm in a better situation.
yeah, to me he seems like he's like so refreshed, and me and Erica was talking to him about stuff that had nothing to do with video games. It was just
Yeah, I
refreshing.
was talking to him about superheroes and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we were talking about him and his daughter and his like raising his daughter and him and her playing Until Dawn together and how he felt about it, and her that was her first like type of horror like gruesome game, and her reactions to it, and him being an Albany fan like football wise, and he's from the South. I didn't know that. I didn't even know he was from the
I didn't
South.
know either.
Like and like him just
No
like
wonder he's so wholesome. That makes sense though.
yeah, it makes sense now, but like you would never think in a million years that some of these developers would be down to earth people, and then you remember they're people like we are.
Yeah.
They just make video games. That's it.
Pretty
Like,
much.
yeah, man. Like you gotta like you would think like they were so jacked up, or and some people are like that, but for the most part, these developers are just normal people, man, and they make games and they enjoy what they do. You know what I'm saying? And David was like chilling, like sitting in
Sitting
Indian
down.
style.
Yeah.
He was eating a popsicle, remember?
Yeah,
He
it
was
was
just like
so
chilling
it
there.
was so random, yo. Like when we saw him, she was like, "Oh, you know, there's David Jaffe over there," and I'm looking like,
Like, no
"Holy
way.
shit!" Like he's just chilling. Like nobody, like people are walking by and they're not even noticing it's him. Like
Yeah, it's just
that's what
crazy.
was so crazy. Like I just noticed. I'm like, yo, this dude is like sitting Indian style on the wall, like just chilling. Like he was just chilling, and that was the best moment. Even the keynote, like I think that and Nino Cooney was like the best moment I had. Like that was like some real like yo like in this moment type of stuff. Like I think this is like my favorite trip I've ever been on event wise.
Nice.
This is rivaling with me going to PAX for the first time
Dang.
because I got to meet all of y'all. I got to meet all my friends for the first time, and it was just like
Yeah, same here.
like I got to meet you guys. I got to meet the council guys. Like I've been knowing Kev. Like I've been knowing Kev and Cece for almost 5 years,
Oh wow.
and now we're
Dang.
fine. Yeah, I've been knowing them for years. Like we're family. Like I know like Kev invited me for his wedding. Like like I've been
Yeah.
knowing these guys for years, and like Kev, know I love him like a brother. So for me to finally meet everybody, you know what I'm saying? It was a dream come true to meet everybody and for all of us to experience this together. Like that was the best part about the whole event.
Yep.
And then David Jaffe was just dope. Like I was in awe. Like I was like Bobby for a minute. Like
Yeah, so y'all was laughing at me like, you know,
I'm all waving at you.
I'm like,
You're
what?
just so tuned in.
and then he was periscoping and stuff. Like
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
he was periscoping with his phone and talking to us, and it was just like a ah moment. Like
People was walking by like, hey, it's okay if I sit down. He's like, yeah, man, I'm just chilling. That was
Yeah, he cool like that.
that one dude, like, because I was gonna ask him more questions. That one guy was just just like, oh my God, you're the greatest, like, and, like worshiping him, and like when I sat down, I just jumped into conversation like I already knew him, and it was funny because he kind of looked at me like, wait a minute, like have I met you before? Because I wasn't like, oh my God, it's David Jaff. I was just like, yeah, man, I watch superhero TV shows too. I like The Flash, but he was like, oh, okay, cool, like join the conversation. I'm like, I'm talking to the man right now. This is crazy. I'm about to faint.
Yeah, like that was my super duper highlight. Like I would never forget that. Like that was just like amazing. Like, and shouts out to David Jaffe too. Hopefully we can get him on the podcast because he said he actually would join.
Yeah, he told us that, and I was like,
Yeah,
wow. So
yeah.
I've got to
So
take him up on that.
yeah,
Hit
so
him
we
up
just
on
gotta hit
Twitter.
him up on Twitter, man. So
Mhm.
He be on there having Twitter combos with people all the time and stuff I see. So he be on there.
Yeah, he definitely cool.
yeah,
Mhm.
so like that was my highlight. That and I think Nino Cooney was like the best thing ever. Like Nino Cooney was just no words like that, and David Jaffe, and then meeting everybody and actually, you know what I'm saying, being there with people that I've been knowing for years. Like PSX was amazing, and I had a blast. And I'm thinking about going to next year because it's gonna be on the East Coast, so it ain't gonna take me that long to get
Oh,
there.
wait, where's it supposed to be?
They're moving it.
It's
I
rumored to be
it's
between
rumored. It's
New
rumored.
Orleans and Atlanta.
Okay, I never been
So
to.
the
Because
South.
you gotta realize though, because Capcom Cup is gonna be in Atlanta,
Atlanta,
Oh,
right? So it's gonna be
That's right.
close.
so it's
It's either
kind
gonna
of
be,
like.
yeah.
That makes sense.
dang, might have to say
Yeah,
no.
that's what I was thinking. Like when they say we'll see you next year, we're gonna be in Atlanta. I'm like, okay, PSX probably is gonna be there too.
Yeah.
It may be. They should. I mean, Atlanta. It might be a cool spot. It'll be good for me because I won't have to fly
I'm about to say
six
it's right next
hours.
door.
Yeah, I'm like right next door. I think it's like maybe 3 hours away, maybe, and I won't have to in a airplane. It probably won't even take me an hour to get there, like an hour or two.
It's like me
'Cause
flying to Chicago, pretty much.
yeah, because I stay in South Carolina. You know, I'm only one state away. So it wouldn't take me long at all to get there. So I'm like, yeah, I hope it is in Atlanta. and, and oh yeah, and another highlight, one that was kind of disappointing. Delta lost my freaking luggage.
Oh yeah, you were telling me.
Yeah, Delta lost my luggage and sent my luggage to Atlanta.
Yeah, you better call
So
Denzel. He works at Delta.
yeah, man, I'm gonna get on him, yo. I'm like,
Just
yo,
keep
y'all
your
gotta,
luggage there till PSX
they
in
gotta,
Atlanta.
yeah, man, they gotta do better, dog. Like when I got off the plane, it was like, Jaleesa Foster, come to Delta server desk, and I was like, they done lost my shit. I know they done lost my
That
stuff.
sucks.
I know they done lost my stuff. Like that's why I don't put nothing extremely personal in my bag. I keep it on me on the plane. So
I
that
just
was,
had carry on stuff.
yeah, I was like, that's another highlight. Delta lost my luggage.
You'll
But
remember that.
yeah, I'm gonna remember that. Like, but the David Jaffe thing was just amazing. So I think
Yeah.
that's my whole experience. The keynote was a 7 out of 10, but my experience was a 9 out of 10. Like the whole from Thursday till Monday, I had a blast.
Barely slept too, man.
Yeah, I no, I got some sleep. I don't know.
I
She passed out,
we
remember?
know you did. I talk about me.
I got some sleep. I don't know about y'all, but
She was
and
looking
then
like a zombie out there when I saw her.
and then I was in the PlayStation Access video. I was like, oh my god, yo, they
Yeah,
put
that
me
was cool.
there. Yeah, I got
That
interviewed
was
by the
dope.
PlayStation Access people, and
You
that
got the
was.
She Attack shirt on.
I got the She Attack shirt on, and people were like, yo, I just saw She Attack and such and such, and me and Erica looking like, oh, okay.
We're like, all right, cool.
I was like, they must have just got us in something, and they got the console as well. I think they was talking. Kev, who were y'all talking to? And damn,
I remember.
I can't remember who the guy was, but they showed it in the actual video of him talking to all of us outside because we had been waiting since like, god damn, we was in
like
line
4
at
or something? You got up at 4?
4:30. Yeah, I got up at 4, and I think we were at Cece. Them were up at like 3 something. Like they were up. Like I got up at 4, and because I ain't no morning person, man. I'm not. It took me a minute to get right.
Final Fantasy 7, okay.
Yeah, but we were in line from 5 until like 8:30 ish until we got into the auditorium. So
Damn.
we were in line.
I think that's when I got there. I just
Yep.
walked right in. I was like, oh,
Yep.
I'll sit in the back. No biggie.
Nah, we was in the front, man. We was like dead in the front. Like I don't think it was like Bobby. Where we were like 5th row.
Yeah,
Third,
it was
fourth
either
row?
4th or 5th, yeah.
Yeah, you guys were pretty close.
Yeah, and so that was pretty cool too, being in that PlayStation Access video and them talking to me and stuff. So that was a highlight too. and people saw Sheer Tech, so I know they saw the shirt. So
Mhm.
that's cool. So
Little promotion there.
yeah, it's a little promotion there, sheertech.com. Y'all go check that out. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, extremely good. I had a great time. I love all of y'all. I love meeting everybody, and it was just a great experience overall.
It's like Bobby, you were saying, it's like we knew each other already, even though we never met,
Yeah.
and it's like, hey, I know you. It just
Pretty
felt,
much.
it wasn't awkward, it wasn't anything. It was like we've known each other for a long time.
Pretty
Yeah.
So it
much.
was cool. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Same highlights here, pretty much. I mean, David Jaffe, meeting you guys, seeing Maximilian again, and these other people who I've met before, and
Oh yeah, I forgot about
yeah,
Maximilian.
actually recognizing me, I was like, oh shoot, I felt that. I felt good about that. And of course the games and just being around people, just being around the fans, and that was like a highlight for me. Just networking and just getting to know you guys better and stuff. That was awesome. So it's pretty much my highlights.
She had fans coming up to her like, "Hey, it's Erica."
No, it wasn't like was it? No.
Yes, it was, because Kev was like, I comment on your videos all the time. He was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
there's-
yeah.
There was one guy, I went out to the bathroom when we were
Wow.
waiting for the conference. I went to the bathroom and I was walking around and there was some guy in line for the food and he's like, hi, Erica. And I look and I smile, I'm like, hi. And he was kind of like, you could tell he was kind of shy. So he didn't talk to me or anything. And then later on, he messaged me on PSN. He's like, hey, that was me. I'm sorry I didn't talk to you. He's all, that was me. I was very awkward. I was like, oh, it's all good. As long as you say hi, man. It's awesome. Just to be able to meet people, and they actually know you. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, Denzel
Right.
knew you too.
Oh, yeah, shout out to Denzel. He was gonna join today, but he had to work.
Yeah, definitely say Denzel knew you from BG's podcast.
Yeah, he was a cool dude. He was really nice. And Kevin, too. It's like, hey, I know
Yeah.
you too. Like, I was recognizing people. I was like trying to remember, where are you from? Like, Facebook, YouTube. It's like I know the face, but I had to put the name to the face, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
It is kind of cool to meet people who watch your stuff. Like, it is kind of cool. And then they know you. They was like, yo, your name's Crunk Girl, isn't it? I'm like, yeah. He was like, I watch your show. And so I was like, oh, thank you. It's kind of awkward because you feel like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
If somebody watches me, you know,
Yeah,
it's
like,
weird
I mean,
seeing,
people watch you,
names,
but like
comments, but an actual person, yeah.
when they walk up to you and like they watch your stuff, it kind of makes you feel good. So
Yeah.
it's extremely flattering. I'll say that because I got like me and Nia got that a lot when we went to PAX.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm sure people recognize it. Yeah, you too, yeah.
It
I
was
can see that.
it was extremely flattering to meet people who actually knew who I was. Like I was like, okay, cool. That's what's up. Like it was extremely flattering for people to actually know who you are.
Yeah.
So Kev, what about you?
You
Your
were playing
overall
Final Fantasy
experience.
VII, you-
Yeah, I'm sorry if y'all hear the music. I have to turn it down like really low.
Nah, I can't hear
Um,
nothing. I hear you.
No, you're good.
my highlights. Let's see. Definitely getting a chance to. Actually, I got a few highlights, more so than the game and stuff. I got a chance. I got an extra copy of Uncharted. I wound up giving my original copy to one of my best friends and whatnot. But because like how we was having to scan in our passes and whatnot at the kiosk and stuff like that. My scans weren't coming up. So what I'm saying. I spoke to one of the Sony representatives. And they was like, what I'm saying, we're sorry that you're having this issue and stuff like that. Because I didn't get it. I was supposed to get like one of the scans for the panel, but it still didn't go through to this day. To get like the $10 or whatever for the requirements for all the rewards and whatnot. But I didn't get that scan for some reason. It still didn't pop through. But he was like, I'm sorry. Oh crap, my cat. She just jumped on my leg and put her nails in me. But nah, he gave me a game for my troubles. He gave me the Uncharted collection. And what was funny about that is, as soon as I turned around, here comes Arnie Meyer and I guess his assistant.
Oh, nice.
And you know what I'm saying? They were like right there. I took a picture with him and everything, and he signed my copy of Uncharted. So what I'm saying, I was like, all right, what I'm saying, I'm gonna keep that and whatnot. And
That's dope.
yeah, that was pretty cool. And then another memorable moment was actually it's gaming related, but it's not. Me and my wife, we was walking back to like get rid of our swag and stuff because we didn't want to carry it around since our hotel was like right down the street. And on our way to come back to our hotel, we seen Brian McKnight of all people.
Oh, so you actually saw him.
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
a
yeah,
picture with him and
Nice.
yeah.
everything.
My wife, she took a picture with him and everything and whatnot. So it was cool just seeing him and then getting a chance to actually just like, last year I met David Jaffe, so what I'm saying, I relate to that. But this year I like really got a chance to like have a real conversation with Gio Corsi. We was talking for like 10 or 15 minutes. It was actually like on my live stream when I was recording, but I didn't record it right then and there because when you just walking up on people, you don't want to kind of intrude on their privacy.
Hmm.
But after I cut my stream because I was live streaming the show floor, I got a chance to speak with him, and you know what I'm saying. He really gave me a lot of knowledge about stuff that we as gamers complain about, like with games coming over, like with Yakuza 5 and everything coming to PS3. They really wanted it to come on PS4, but he was saying like licensing issues, and it's when it comes to things like that, it's not up to Sony, it's up to the third party developer and whether or not they want to transfer all of that information over. So he said with Yakuza Zero is a little bit easier since they had the patents and the trademarks because a lot of the stuff that they have are like real Japanese items like, liquor and, landmarks, stuff like that. You have to get it,
Oh damn.
approved.
Right.
So he was saying that with Zero was a lot easier. But he just really gave me, a really good perspective about things that we as gamers who not really in the know and we just want what we want right now. He gave me, good perspective as far as how hard some things can be, trying to please your audience. And from that moment, he gave me like some game codes, me and my wife, which I'm probably be giving away because some of the stuff I already got. But you know what I'm saying? He gave us that. He gave us like literally a handful of Vita games, like in the cases, everything. Just like, yo, take
Oh, dang.
this. Yeah, it was a really
That's
cool
cool.
experience, and I got a chance to speak with the devs that play as them also. That was another good experience, and it was just really cool. You know what I'm saying? We'll probably have him on a podcast in the future. Like I was just telling him like, yo, just so you don't forget me, I'm gonna take a picture when I see the email asking for you to come on the podcast. I'm gonna send you the picture in the email, not to be creepy, but just so you remember. And he was like,
Right.
yo, we love that type of stuff. It was just really cool. Like my most memorable moments weren't
Whoa,
really just
whoa,
playing
Kind
games.
of
whoa.
crunch.
Botting, Kev.
Kind of crunch.
Mike.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a
Botting.
how about now?
Transforming, man.
transformer.
All right.
You were
Kind of
good for a
crunchy.
minute, man.
How
Nah.
about now? My face sounds like
Oh,
I'm
damn.
in the
No, nope, nope, nope. Botting.
No.
Optimus Primer, man.
Yo, you botting, dog. Transformer style.
Oh man, that sucks. But I mean, if y'all can understand this much, just know I had a good time.
All
Speaking
right.
with the devs was my highlight.
All right, all
All
right,
right.
all right.
As long as he got to say a lot, though, he got to
Yeah.
talk about all his experiences. That's awesome. Got a
That
lot
was
of
that was
swag, man.
cool. That
That's
was cool.
awesome.
He met Gio though. That was dope.
Yeah, shoot. I forgot to mention I saw Jamal Charles there, the
Oh
running back
shit!
for the
He
Chiefs.
did.
Yeah,
He did say he
he
was.
was
Oh yeah.
he was playing Destiny, and they were like, because I had an appointment, right? I had to to play and try out the Sparrow races. They're like, oh, you have to wait just like 5 more minutes because we have a celebrity here. And I was like, oh shoot, who's here? Like, oh, it's Jamal Charles. He's just here, and I look, and he's just hanging out playing games. I'm like, that's awesome. It's really cool. So yeah, I saw him. That's probably the only celebrity I saw as far as, besides developers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool.
It's kind of funny for us developers or celebrities, but then when I talk to my quote unquote regular friends that are not as hardcore into gaming, I'm trying to explain to
Yeah.
them like, oh, I met, I saw Neil Druckmann or I saw David Jaffe, trying to play Final Fantasy and talk at the same time.
It's
But,
so good.
I'm like, yeah, I met these guys, or at least like saw them, and they're like, okay. I'm like, the people that made this game or that game, Dave Jaffe made God of War, and Neil Druckmann, he's responsible for Uncharted and stuff. Like that's cool, I guess, but to us, it's like a big deal. Like there are kind of like almost celebrities in a way for us.
Right.
But then if you mention like a football player or Brian McKnight or somebody, then they would be like, oh shit, like you met a celebrity.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah, that's
how you-
pretty much.
yeah.
It's just like when I met old boy from Drumline. I got the picture with him.
Oh really?
Dr. Lee. I met him at
For real?
Comic Con, and I got a picture with him. I
Oh,
got
nice.
that joint
Oh
lit
yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah. I remember seeing it on Facebook. I was like, what? How'd you
Yeah,
meet?
Then I got David Jaffe, and people were like, "Who the hell is he?" Like, they don't know who he. They don't know who he
You
is.
gotta say what game that they make, and then if they're at least somewhat of a gamer, then they'll kind of
Yeah.
get it. Like,
Some
oh,
people were
Uncharted
like,
or God of War, or
some people
so
were like, they don't know who he is, so they was like, they just liked it and just like,
like, oh, some random dude, and you're like, you made Twisted Metal, and this, oh, okay, and
they
that's
don't be
nice.
Yeah,
knowing, man.
my dad
Okay.
surprised he surprised the heck out of me. My dad, he actually knew who David Jaffe was. He's like,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Oh,
I guess he saw
Oh,
him on a documentary or something like that.
oh,
He's like, yeah, I recognized him. That's really cool. He made God of War, right? And I'm just sitting there like, what?
oh.
like my dad just said God of War. Like that totally tripped me out because he doesn't know these people that much. He doesn't know these
Yeah,
games and
my dad said that. I
it's
really, they're like,
crazy.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
know
was
you
telling
like
my mom about it, because I put the picture on Instagram when I was with David, and I guess he told her, yeah, that's that one guy. He made this game.
that one guy.
So I was tripping out. I was like, wow, Dad, like I had no idea you knew about this guy. So it was
Yeah, it's extremely kind of funny to see how people kind of the people we say are celebrities. They looking at these people like, who are you?
hmm
So it's kind of weird,
pretty
but
much.
yeah, like David Jaffe, that was the best highlight ever.
this.
I will always remember that. That was just so cool.
And
Like,
my
oh
bro was freaking out. I texted him. I was talking to Dave, and I was like, I'm talking to Dave Jaffe right now. He's like, what? Oh man, like you serious? Man, you better get a picture and blah blah blah. I'm like I'll try.
I'm like, boy, we just chilling, man. We just
Yeah,
talking.
I'm like
Like,
I'm just hanging out right now. I mean, maybe in a minute, but this one dude, when I left the keynote, I saw Neil Druckmann. Just kind of said hello to him real quick because a lot of people were trying to attention. This dude next to me had on a Uncharted like jacket or whatever. And I tapped him on the shoulder. I was like, "Hey man, there's Neil Druckmann right there." He's like, "Who?" I'm like, "The
Oh
guy who
wow.
talked to The Last of Us and Uncharted." He's like, "Yeah, but like where, like what?" Like I was pointing. The guy was like right next to him. Like he's right there. Like I don't want to be saying his name over and over again, be weird. I'm like Neil Druckmann. He's right there, man, right next to us. Basically, he's like, "Oh, okay. Like what does he do again?"
Oh
I'm like,
wow.
"You're wearing an Uncharted 3 jacket. You don't know." I'm like, "Oh my god." I'm over here in awe. He's just like, "Oh, okay."
That's
probably
funny.
he's probably casual as hell.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
like,
it just tells you the difference. Like you're the hardcore and he's the casual.
yeah, it
They
was so
just don't
weird to
know.
me because I'm like freaking like, oh my god, this is the dude that responsible for like Uncharted 2 and all that, and dude next to me is wearing an Uncharted outfit, and he's just like, okay,
It's like the people that just walked right by David, didn't even know who he was. The same
Yeah,
thing.
they
exactly,
literally were walking by him. They had no clue who he was, and then they looked like, oh shoot! Like I was like, yo, y'all know he's just sitting right there, right?
yeah,
They was just walking by like nothing, no tomorrow. I'm like, yo, I don't.
It's kind of better though, 'cause it's better for us because
yeah,
then we
we
don't have
have
to
more
fight them
time,
for his attention and stuff.
pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, that is kind of true, but it was just weird. I was like, yo, they're
Yeah.
just walking by like they don't know who he is, and I'm like, they really don't know who he is. So I guess that's it, man. We got a lot out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good wrap up.
longer than I thought, but that was pretty good.
Good times.
Yeah,
Hopefully
man,
we get to do it again. Hopefully we all get to meet up again and
we had a blast,
And
man. It was extremely fun meeting all of y'all.
oh hell yeah,
Even though even though y'all are the same as you were before, but it's kind of good to put a face and body,
right,
voice.
yeah.
Yeah, because we hear each other's voice so much, but it's different when you're
like
physically around each other.
right,
So that was extremely good. Like I was like, yo, this is better than anything I've ever been to. Like really, like it's cool going to these events, but like being with people that you actually know, it's even better. So
yeah. And there's something like you think about the generations before us, they could never experience something like this because the internet is kind of our generation's thing. I mean, we the ones that kind of first grew up in this new age of online and online gaming, all this stuff. So like our parents and our grandparents, they can never I mean they can never really have a kind of experience like this where you know somebody but then you get to meet them for the first time, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know what you're saying.
it's kind of a cool thing to be like, oh, I've gamed with this person or whatever for however long, or follow them on YouTube and Facebook, and then I actually get to meet up with them and play some games with them in person and just hang out with them. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, my parents, like my dad, he gets it, but my mom is like, "Do you know this person?" She
Yeah,
gets all
my
worried.
mom was the
You know,
same
they
thing.
get worried. They're like,
My,
"Wait, are you sure you
Yeah.
trust them? Like, do
yeah,
you
my
know
mom asked the same
them?"
thing when I was telling me, yeah, I'm going to California's gaming thing and da da da. She knows I'm way into gaming
Uh-huh.
and stuff, and she's like, wait a minute, so who are you going? I'm like, well, I'm going by myself. I'm meeting up with my friends. And
Uh-huh.
she thought I met my friends, in town. I'm like, no, it's people that I know just from gaming and stuff. It's like it's the same thing. Like, oh, are you sure? Like, da da da. I'm like, yeah, like, I know these people, and just,
We
it's
just don't physically know
it's
each
hard
other.
to it's hard to explain to somebody who's not, that doesn't do this kind of a thing, or whatever. It's like, oh, just, make sure, like, I'm like, it's cool, like,
Yeah.
I had my mom is like that too. She's a little protective. She was like, "Do you know these people?" And
yeah,
like when I first went to Boston for the first time, when I went to man, my mom was like, call me every 5 minutes, like 'cause she didn't trust people. She was like,
oh yeah,
"You don't know those
She didn't
people."
trust Nia.
And no, not she didn't. I mean, not the first time I went to Boston. That was the second time.
Oh, okay, you're
The
right.
first time was when I met Hip Hop and I met Red for the first time. But I
yeah.
had
I'm
been
kind of
knowing
bummed Hip
them for
Hop wasn't
years.
at peace. It's been kind of cool to meet him, but
Yeah, he
Yeah,
said,
he's really
I
cool.
forgot why he said he didn't come, but I did ask him was he gonna come. He was like, nah, he wasn't gonna make it. But yeah,
it's
like
cool.
I mean, it is kind of weird for other people outside of like this community. Kind of, they was like, what
Mhm.
you meet?
My
You
my
meeting a per?
brother, my brother's like, that's cool as hell, da da da, like,
Yeah, it's
but
like you
people,
meeting people you ain't never met before in your life. Like really? I'm
yeah,
like, ma, I know these people.
yeah,
Like I literally know these people. Like when I know who their kids are, who their husbands are, like
yeah.
likes and dislikes, I think I kind of know them.
Mhm.
Like I know Kev's daughters and like like his friends and like Erica, I know your husband and I know y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all little
Mhm.
past and stuff like that and
Right.
I know you guys like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I feel like I know all of you. Like I've been knowing Bobby for a minute, like
Hmm.
everybody's personalities we already know because we talk to each other so much. We know each other's personalities, and the only thing we don't know is physically. Like
Yeah,
I just
it's
can't
like,
touch
oh,
you.
this person's that tall, this person's this height, or it's basically the thing to me. I was like, oh, okay, I'm
Yeah, Erica, you're
not a
not short
short.
as you make yourself out to
Yeah,
be.
Yeah, I'm not that bad.
Yeah,
I guess.
you're
I'm
not
like
short.
normal.
Yes, Nia is really short. Like you weren't. I thought you was gonna be short like Nia. I'm like Erica
Oh
wasn't that
no. I
short.
knew I knew she was shorter than me. For
Yeah,
sure. I think
cause
Shar
I'm,
is like
cause
the
I,
same height too as her.
yeah,
They're
cause
really
I'm
short.
a little tall, so I was thinking like, yeah, I was like, yeah, you gonna be short, and Kev, you not as tall as I thought you were gonna be.
Nah, I never said I was tall.
I'm saying from your pictures and stuff, you
yeah,
seem
yeah.
tall. But I mean, when you beside a munchkin like Cece,
I'm
you
about to say
everybody look
I'm
tall.
like 4'5", so
When you beside a munchkin, everybody looks tall. So
right.
It's
so
like
I mean,
Bobby. I thought he was gonna be taller too.
Yeah, as you were telling me, I think it's because I'm skinny. Because like when I met Denzel, I was like, okay, I kind of figured he was taller too.
tall. Like Denzel is really tall.
Yeah. And then he said the same thing to me too. He's like, "Oh, I thought you were closer to my height." I'm like, "Nah, man."
Yeah, so that's the only thing, man. But every just meeting everybody and seeing everybody in person was one of the best highlights ever. Like a lot of people would never get that though. They were like, "You going to meet all these random ass people," but it's not random at all.
And,
It's just like family.
Yep.
Mostly everybody you game with, especially when you game with them for years, they're just like family. They know your mom. They talk to you like they'll say what's up to your mom and stuff, or they'll because y'all say hey to my mom all the time. Erica know I ain't lying. Like they'll
Yeah,
say
your
hey,
mom's
mom.
cool.
They'll
Remember I was showing her my wedding dress and everything back in the
yeah,
day? Yeah, I
yeah,
was showing her like my wedding plans and she's awesome.
yeah. Like we know each other's families, and it's just a weird family type of situation.
It's like a long distance family.
Yeah,
basically,
You see like once a year or something,
yeah. But it's always love at the end of the day, though. So
for sure.
always love, even though things happen and stuff like that. But like it's always love. Like I love Kev to death. Him and Cece are like my family. So and you too, Erica. Like I've been knowing you for almost 2 years now. Like what, 2.5 years
More than
now?
that, shoot. Yeah.
3? Like almost three.
Almost going on 3.
Almost 3 years now. So I feel like all of y'all are like a extended part of my family now. So
Hmm. Same
and
here. for sure.
And
That's
I've been
pretty
knowing
dope.
Bobby just as long. Like I've been knowing him since what 2012-ish
How
2012 is
did you guys meet? How do you guys know each other?
through Nia.
Okay.
Nia and just YouTube. We're kind of in the same YouTube community. I just kind
Right.
of fell off from YouTube mostly, but yeah, Nick, Nia, yeah, Nia and all those guys, yeah,
I always
Yeah,
forget. Sometimes I forget how I meet people. Like,
yeah,
well, Jaylee, of course, it's through She Attack, but like Bobby, I had to think about it. Like, wait, did he start following me, or
yeah. That's just like
it probably happened that way.
Me and
yeah. I
Kev.
just
I
put it
met
there.
Kev through Big Cheese. That's how I met Kev for the first
Okay.
time. Cause him and Cheese were already cool, and then I think he saw my YouTube, and then he started following me and stuff like that, and then we started to become cool, and then his wife started talking to me more and stuff like that, and we started to become cool, and it was just started from there. Like me and Cheese are just like me and Kev. Like if Cheese if something is wrong with me outside of gaming, like we can talk about it, and you know what I'm saying. He can help me like as an actual friend. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like
dope.
not just like video game shit. So it's always good too.
Yeah, always.
And it's kind of crazy how everybody meets.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're all connected in some way, like all of
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, the community is it's big, but it's small in a sense. So everybody knows somebody from the community, and that's how all of us met somehow.
Hmm.
pretty much.
So should we wrap this up, or what do you
Yeah,
guys
we can
want to do?
wrap it up.
I'm good. That was a good place to kind of wrap it up.
Yeah, end with the love part.
Yeah. So I guess
But
everybody gonna do the outros.
sure, I mean, Bobby, you're the host, so
All right.
take it away.
Well, it's your boy Bobby W223, and just want to thank everybody for joining everything, and had some technical difficulties earlier, but we kind of got it figured out, and I'll have to try to upload this to my channel later on. And thanks for hosting the call, Erica, since my computer was having problems or Google was just being stupid or whatever was going on. But
No
yeah,
problem.
it was pretty cool,
Yeah, it's fun. We should do more in the future.
for sure.
And you guys know me. This will be on my channel, Eric for the win. Across the board, you can find me on Twitter and well, Facebook's a little different. It's Ericuts underscore YT because Facebook won't let me have a number in my name, which sucks.
Yeah,
But
so
all my
yeah,
gamer tags and all that good stuff, Twitch, it's all there. So yeah, thanks for having me on here, Bobby. It's
Yeah,
fun.
no problem.
I guess I'll go next since I know Kev gonna be biting. Sounding like Transformers.
Man,
Um,
look, hopefully I won't.
oh, you are. But y'all already know who it is. It's your girl Crunk Girl 711. Everything is Crunk Girl 711. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook is Crunk Girl 711 YT. That's my like page and whatnot. But yeah, man, like shouts out to sheattack.com. Y'all go check the site out and everything like that. Actually, Erica just put up a new article for PSX. Y'all go check that out. And check out my YouTube. I'm actually finna start putting videos back up. I'm gonna be putting my actual PlayStation experience video up probably tonight. So yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed the podcast and everything, and enjoyed us talking about actually being there and not watching it over the internet. How some people are putting it out there. So it was a totally different experience being there than watching it over the internet. So yeah, shouts out to everybody out there who's watching, and thank you for watching. So bye.
And Kev, should we translate for him?
Can you? Is it possible for you to translate on my clip?
Yeah, I'll do it for you. The guy who's botting, that's Mr. Official VG. That's his YouTube. Know what I'm saying? I think that's your Twitter too, right? Mr. Official VG.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
his. And y'all check out the console podcast on Jabari's channel as well. Do a conversational podcast, PlayStation podcast every Thursday. So check that out as well. And also Kev's got PSX live blog videos on his YouTube as well. Basically show floor, hotel shenanigans, and it was just a lot of stuff he was live blogging, so y'all can check that out as well.
Dope stuff.
Mr. Official VG.
There you go. And
Yeah,
I'll link all you guys in my description for this video.
All right, cool.
I'll do
Nope.
that.
Since he biting right now.
Thanks to all who watched this live. We had a few people in the chat.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so not bad. We
Yeah.
are kind of competing with WWP right now.
Oh, yeah.
Up in Wheel. But this will be up on our channels. You can catch it later. And yeah, it was
All right.
good.
Holla.
Good time.
All right.